Hey everyone, welcome to the EunityGaming Podcast, episode 83. It is Thursday, September 19th. I'm Dan.
I'm Riccio.
I'm Somppi. And hey everybody.
Welcome.
Kumar.
Kumar.
Hello, Kumar.
He is dead. Tired from being weird. Where is he right now? Toronto.
Hong Kong.
Oh, Toronto.
Hong Kong, Toronto.
Do you not know where the CN Tower is, Riccio?
Is that what you think?
Can you imagine if
He even said what it was.
Oh, I thought he said Sears Tower.
in Toronto?
Is that in Toronto?
Yes.
But also he linked a picture
Okay.
of the CN Tower.
Oh,
Could
is
you
that-
CN Tower,
Oh, I
bros.
didn't-
Could you imagine
There was
if
so
the
much.
cities in Canada got so big that it was one mega city called Canada?
That's the future.
Cannot.
Canada.
I tried so hard. I
You what?
I was gonna say I bawled so hard.
Dan, would you like to start us off today, considering you started off with the intro?
What are you even playing, Dan?
Magic 2014.
Is that what you're playing right now, Dan?
I just finished a match, so I'm turning it off so we can podcast. But yes, that is what I have been playing.
You're addicted.
Look, iOS 7.
Oh,
Oh.
we've
I
all
don't
been
know if
playing.
even that
Okay,
was
all right. So okay.
Is that good? Yeah, okay. That
All right.
that came across, right?
Yeah, I came across that.
So I like iOS 7, but I don't like how you close the apps in it.
Yeah, they're
Because
poo-poo.
if I'm trying to close a whole bunch of apps at the same time, Dan, you're proving my point right there.
No, there's a pop-up. I wasn't looking at the screen.
So if you try and close a whole bunch of apps, but you're not going directly up, it just shifts the app over and you accidentally close something else.
you are demonstrating this, Devin, without any video to them.
Oh, all right.
What? Yeah. What's weird is actually while you're closing it, I don't know if this is what you just said because I was paying attention to something else here for a second. It shifts to the left.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying?
yeah.
Yeah, it shifts back to the home screen instead of to the next app. That's
It
that's
really,
bothersome.
really bothers me because I'll open up a couple of apps and I'll go to close whatever it is, and I'll either shift it to the right because I'm slightly doing an arced up kind of swipe,
Yeah.
or it will shift to the right and I close something, or sorry, shift to the left and I go and try and close the home screen.
Also, being the oldest one here, I reserve the right to complain about this. That I feel like iOS 7 is shaving milliseconds off of my life with their animations. Just hitting like something and then having to go like, and it's just like,
On my iPad, it doesn't revert to the home screen after you close something.
oh really?
It goes to the other app.
Weird.
Really?
That's kind of
I just tried it.
I have
Really?
to test that theory now.
That's kind of cool. But yeah, the like, it's like, hey, that's half a second.
Oh, it totally goes to the other app, Riccio. You fucking liar. I think it's just because you're swiping in like a weird curve thing like I normally do.
That's garbo then.
So if we open up two apps,
Anyways, all I want to say is that the animations seem to take a little bit longer, and that sort of bothers me over the course of the day.
I
But
love it.
I like the way it looks though,
guys,
but it bothers me.
Riccio just went live with the Unity Gaming Podcast.
No way.
I'm not connected to your fucking Wi-Fi for some reason here. So.
That's
Really?
not. This,
I turned the Wi-Fi off. Oh wait, let me swipe up from the bottom and reactivate it with this convenient control center that they.
The only thing I wish they had there
trying-
was turn on vibration on and off.
I'm trying to get a news update here. Beep, 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 beep. This just in. Allergy
I
watch
wish
with
they had
Riccio.
personal hotspot.
Riccio
I use that a
still.
lot.
Riccio
to
still has
tell it to
allergies.
this.
You guys, I'm still kind of gonna be shitty. This
Rich is
podcast.
blowing his nose.
I'm not blowing my nose right now. That'd be quite a feat to be like, oh,
Have you ever seen this on the iPad, Devin? I'm gonna see if I can show it to everyone.
yeah, this is gonna be the fucking worst podcast. That even the video people, I don't even know what you just did there. Having
You should just went live.
okay, so you're
So
opening
if
a program.
If I'm in
Yeah.
settings,
Yes,
I can just
all
push it
fingers go.
closed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I totally knew
Okay.
about that.
That's
I think
weird.
it's cool.
I think it's fucking awesome. I also think the
Although,
keyboard split on the iPad.
They also used to have the swipe.
I'm sorry.
up.
Did you say keyboard split?
yeah, keyboard split on the iPad.
do you
Yeah,
mean?
so you can type with your thumbs on either
Oh,
side
that
of the
is
screen.
that is pretty fantastic. I want to see if ever I open an app here, if I can five finger my fucking five.
No,
If you can, that would be ridiculous.
you're breaking Chrome right now. It doesn't like you.
I
See.
bought 6 Steam games there. Yeah.
I
weird
feel
thing
like
about
this is such an awkward way of going about and closing.
I think it'd be great to be in public
Well,
and just
on
sort of
an
like
iPad, when
fucking
you're-
spider finger
when
your
you're doing
thing.
something, it's easy.
Well,
It works better if you have a matte, like finish cover, like I do.
You know what they should do, Dan?
But yeah, they
They
also have swiping up like this, but now it does this instead of bringing up the like bottom thing.
They
I
should,
knew about that before.
Being
No, I know, but now there's like a weird disconnect because you're swiping up and then it's like.
That is
dude,
weird.
being the entrepreneur that I am for iPhone apps, I think that that technology you just showed of your 5 fingers trapping to close an app, I would make a Goatsy app, which is just a butthole, and then you just open finger.
But it wouldn't work because you'd close the app.
Oh, opening it is closing the app.
No, it's closing the fingers closes
Yeah,
the app.
close the app, but you're opening it to
Dude,
reveal.
Why do you gotta make everything weird?
And you go to close it, but then it closes the app. So
Well, here, look, like.
what is open?
Oops, I just closed
Just
settings.
close something.
I just want to show you, like,
This is the-
you said if you.
If you explode open your hand,
Oh, I just
nothing.
did it. I
You
just
could
did it.
Goatsy. Okay, that's fucking garbage then. All right. Well, that ruined it.
We probably should have thought ahead and like put up a mirroring thing to
or
show
Apple
off this
TV.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's an app for PC. It's $12. It's called
Oh.
Reflector, and it just makes any PC with wireless into an AirPlay device.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What the fuck didn't I know this? What else are you telling me?
I think Dan has told me to get this for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I actually have.
Yeah.
Like while you're here.
Yeah. Devin, you've just been too busy playing Eve. Tell us about Eve, Devin. You're back into Eve. What the
Yeah.
fuck's up with that?
We're just skipping Magic. Fuck you guys.
Okay, fine. What do you have to,
Yeah, I was trying to find a segue to tie back into Magic, and that's why I was staring at the camera.
Well, I tried to too with the fucking Goatsy, the Goatsy
app, Goat
Yeah.
app, Goatsy app.
'Cause you're
what would you call
opening up
that?
a
Would you
pack
call
of-
that a gap?
No, but I was gonna say you could open up a pack of cards. Just be like reveal. I tried actually.
You could still use like 2 fingers or something for that.
That's weird.
Would you call that a Goat app?
Well, there's like on the Vita in Assassin's Creed Liberation, there's like, hey, open this envelope you found. You have to put a finger on the front touch screen, the back touch, and like cut it.
Oh, really?
across. That'd be cool if you could open a pack that way.
I
There's
just
no
came,
back touch on the iPad though, so obviously it's an inferior device.
I just came to the conclusion on something right now. I think that the weirdest conversation to have that is super clean, but to anybody randomly coming into a conversation, if there's no video or whatever, would be any talk about gestures on touch devices.
How so?
Because you'd be like, oh, well, if you take your 2 fingers and you do this, and you're like trying to explain that, or like you said, like, oh, if you use your finger on the back while you pinch it on the front, like the kind of Vita shit, that sounds weird. It's just a weird conversation. But you're talking about gestures. It's weird.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that.
All right, Dan, Magic. What do you what do you want to say?
Continue. Continue with your Magic discussion.
I just realized something real quick.
Yes.
And you guys might not know this, but see how I have.
Multiple apps.
Well, no, it's all
Rows?
the same.
Yeah.
On every screen.
Okay.
I went to this screen and there's one missing, and I went, "Why is that?" Oh, you can put newsstand in a folder now.
Oh, that's
Surprise.
fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Fucking A.
Magic. They added 5 new decks. I've unlocked 3 of them.
Okay.
Seems cool. They added a
What kind of decks are
red
they?
white samurai deck, a blue
And this is on which Magic,
white
by the way?
green Magic 2014.
2014. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you went back to that old one. I wasn't sure if they were updating the old one as well or something.
No,
weird.
they do like an expansion and then like 3 or 4 deck packs.
Okay.
And then they go into the next game.
Okay. Cool.
So
Cool beans.
yeah, because they release new one every year,
Okay.
and
It's good. It's a good story.
magic.
Any crazy new features other than cards or just
No, it's always just cards.
just cards?
You got to wait to the next year to have the new features and things.
Are you still playing
does-
Scrolls or
No,
okay? Oh,
this week has been 2 things, Magic and
Scrolls.
the other thing we can talk about
Scroll?
when we're ready.
So before
No, what the fuck you
before we move on to the next thing, like, so with Magic, are they actually like the 2014 game actually mirrors the latest decks that are released
well, they
in
actually
card
try
form,
and
or are they like this is an iPad only deck, this is a card only deck, and then there's ones that are both?
So the weird thing that they do is they kind of try and tie it into, because what Magic does is they release a block of cards, which are usually themed in a certain way, and that's usually 1 base set, which is big and has lands and stuff in it, and then 2 smaller sets over the course of a year, and they all relate to each other. But then at the end of like a year cycle, they release a core set, which is like the updated like basic set.
Oh, okay.
And that's what these games are kind of themed after. So they try and tie in whatever they've reprinted in the core set, because the core set doesn't usually have new cards.
Okay.
They have a few, but it's mostly reprints. to like bring Magic up to date for that year.
Right.
And I actually like those sets a lot because they're very basic and easy to play with people and stuff.
When everybody's got the same level playing field, kind of.
Well, aren't any like weird mechanics or new stuff that you have to learn in it. It's all like the core set is like core Magic, and they just update it slowly every year.
Okay.
But this year, so they always sometimes give like a little bit of preview of what's happening in the next set, which they didn't do at fucking all this year. Instead, they have like weird, like way older cards, like super, like rare ones from like that aren't even reprinted with like the new look of Magic cards or anything, like from like
they're just
a
like
decade ago, like really powerful older cards just put into these decks that are all themed for. Yeah, it's interesting.
Kind of weird, but
also they brought back Samurai, which hasn't been a thing for like since I first started playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Weird.
so
I think that's pretty cool that they like bring all the core stuff up to date with the rest, so that you've kind of got that
that's it.
general look.
I think it's mainly for people trying to get back into Magic because then you don't have to learn any weird stuff from the block. Like the last block was Return to Ravnica, which Ravnica was a set that they printed a while back, and it's actually one of my favorite sets from when I was playing originally. But it's all based on like 2-color stuff.
Okay.
So like all the different combinations of 2 different colors.
Yep.
But that's like all it is, and each different set of 2 colors has like a different ability theme to it. So there's all kinds of weird stuff to learn. You like have to play those 2 colors.
Oh, okay.
With the core set, it's just like these are the 5 colors. You know, it's basic abilities between everything. There's no weird new stuff to learn. So it's very easy to just buy like a deck of M14 and get into it again. And that's kind of really relevant right now because me and like 2 other people at work have started playing and talking about it again. So M14
Like when you say
is
playing
good.
like actual... Oh, that's why you've always been searching for cards and stuff recently. Okay.
Yeah. I've decided after doing some local card hunting that I'm just going to order everything online.
Okay.
Really, is it not worth trying to go into?
Yeah, no, it's not worth my time, or like I'll just pay the like whatever the fucking shipping is and just order everything online. Like,
To sort of interact with the chat here, we have people saying that Samurai hasn't been in since about Kamigawa.
Kamigawa, yeah.
Kamigawa? Okay. That's...
Samurai was only a thing in Kamigawa. And
That sounds
Kamigawa
really
was,
familiar. Kamigawa.
And you're getting some love from Zyler saying that he has not had a Samurai... He hasn't played... Oh, I just broke my pen.
Broke your pen.
And something about a deck that he had with... I'm just going to stop reading. I've been so totally...
Why? I'm interested.
He says, shows you how long I haven't played for that. He has a Samurai deck, so he's with you on that one.
That's...
Being confused.
Back when I started playing, and this will be for people that understand Magic, not you people here.
Hey, I played Magic pretty intensely back in the day.
What set did you play?
Call of Duke?
I played Land.
Yeah, you have no idea what the fuck.
Nope.
Yeah. So
By 10, I mean I bought cards
had
and
the
played
one
with my friends what we thought was Magic.
With the black border and then the white.
Yeah. It's fucking cards and shit.
I started in Onslaught.
I played
That's
since...
what I thought, guys.
I played since the first one, but I never really played United Offensive, though.
I played Onslaught up to Darksteel and then stopped.
Okay.
And then I started playing again a little bit in Kamigawa and then really into it in Ravnica and then stopped at Planar Chaos. This will make sense for people that understand Magic.
I also read the books. Planeswalker books.
Oh, those are the new books. Yeah,
They're good.
I've
They're
heard
written
pretty
well.
good. Yeah.
They're written real well.
Well, they used to, every time a new block came in, they'd write like a series of books with like, they'd write a book for each set. So you get 3 books a year. But now they've just started writing one book that has all the like planeswalkers that they've created.
Yeah,
it's between stuff.
That classifies. I put that into the classification in my like books in my bookcase. Those fall into like Warhammer and Halo. It's like this little middle ground.
Yeah.
Between it's Halo, then Magicka, and
about,
Warhammer,
like
a fictional lore that isn't considered to be a like he.
I know what you're trying to say.
I don't want to say it's not it's not like other fantasy books.
They're
the real
tie-ins.
They're not considered to be high-end literature.
Yeah,
but they're still fucking written really well, just like Warhammer books.
I read the. I should lend you Onslaught.
Yeah,
because that is a good book you can just read on its own and then just be like, oh, that's great.
I like books.
And I have the entire Ravnica series, but they're currently lent to a friend who I haven't seen in like a year. So who knows if
They are
comes
dead.
back. Well, I know he still has them. Like they're not gone. Anyways, so I played up until player
3.
Yeah, I know.
I packed it up today. I should probably give that to you on the 28th.
I know you have it. I have a list on my iPhone of everything I've ever lent to everyone.
Is there interest attached to this
Do
list?
I have anything on
No.
that list?
No. Well, I have Azura's Wrath from you. Like
Okay.
stuff I've borrowed is also
Yeah.
on that list.
Fuck, man, I keep forgetting about that.
It's because you're never going to play Azura's Wrath again.
That's also
did
because I
it and
never
everything.
borrow anything. Did you just leave with that? And you're like, I took it, by the way.
No, you lent it to me,
Oh,
but
no.
then forgot that you
Yeah,
lent it to me.
'cause I
and were
never
like,
lent
Where's
anything.
Azura's Wrath? I was like, I took it last week.
Yeah, that's right. So I never lend anything. So I forget. I'm listed.
Me and Liz are slowly poking our way through
Also,
that. I'm not finished talking about Magic.
hold on though. Yar, you fellow podcasteers, it's Talk Like a Pirate Day, according to Freddy Krueger here. So
Well, there's no pirate theme.
pirate
Magic
talk
set.
about your magic.
Well, there was Weatherlight, but
Talk about your pirate. Talk
I like how you can like legit name off like there's no pirate. Well, actually, there was this one.
that was like a flying ship thing. Anyways, I didn't play Magic back then. That's before my time, so I don't know exactly what went on in that series. But
I know that a couple of my friends have original like first run Magic cards.
yeah, like alpha and beta.
Yeah, and they keep them in acrylic cases and they keep them behind a glass.
It's good because they don't
pane.
print that stuff anymore. Anything they reprint is from Modern, which is stuff with new borders.
Yeah,
So
but they keep them in like, you know how you can get those like baseball card acrylic blocks.
yeah,
He keeps all of them in that, and he keeps them in a toolbox that he keeps in a
yeah.
specific
You
spot.
can buy sets of 50 of those plastic covers.
Yep.
So, anyways, I stopped playing during Planar Chaos.
Okay.
And then I went to a pre-release for Rise of the Eldrazi and came second.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So that was cool. I only lost to a Gideon deck. He's a Planeswalker. There's the only one pulled at the tournament, and no one could deal with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Just too OP.
So that was a good, like, hey, I'm coming. Yeah, okay, you guys are playing Magic this pre-release this weekend. I'll come play with you guys. Win fucking everything.
Fucking stomped him.
That felt good.
With those pre-releases,
Because it was like everyone else there had still been playing for like months.
Oh, okay.
And I just kind of came in there. Second.
So those pre-release parties, do you bring your own deck and play with those, or they're
So-
made decks for them?
There's you either play Constructed
Okay.
or I guess you could call it Limited. Constructed is where you bring your own deck, and there's
Yep.
different formats for that. The most common one being Type 2 or Standard, where you're only allowed to play with like the last 2 years worth of stuff, basically.
It looks really awkward because my head is right there, and it
Riccio's
looks like you're
blowing
going
his
down
nose.
on me.
Riccio's blowing his nose. So you can go play Standard or Type 2.
Okay.
And that's only the last 2 years worth of stuff. But what most things are, and I actually enjoy that they are, you either play. So a pre-release is a sealed,
Okay.
and what that means is you get 6 packs from the new set,
All right.
and you open them up, and then you make a deck out of that.
Oh. Is there like a limit to the number of cards or a minimum?
You have to have at least 40.
Okay.
So a normal Magic deck is at least 60.
Fucking doing.
A normal Magic deck is at least 60,
Okay.
and but you can't fill out that 60 cards with just 6 packs.
Okay. So you kind of like pick and choose minimum 40. You pick and choose what you think is going to work the best.
Well, ideally, you want to stay close to 40 because you want to get the cards that are actually good. You don't want to just fill it up with junk just to have a higher card total. But what most Friday Night Magic events are drafts,
Okay.
and that's where it costs $15. So when you enter these events, it costs what the boosters cost.
Oh, okay.
So you get the cards anyways. But when you go to a draft, you get 3 packs, and you play like 7 Wonders. Remember how 7 Wonders plays?
Yep.
You take a card and then you pass it.
Yep.
So you play that and you build your deck out of the cards that you pick. So they end up being more focused decks because you have been able to pick and choose. But yeah, those limited formats I find are way interesting because they kind of even the playing field. I especially like sealed because there's no like, okay, pick a card and fucking pass this. There's no like real rush to it. You just open your packs, build your deck. You got like 30 minutes to do it.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
People
I'd
are-
like to come hang out with you when you do, like, go if you are because you're getting back into it and you're deciding to go to something like that. I wouldn't want to play, but I'd like to watch and just see how it goes down.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you're kind of interested in Magic, you should pick up the Duels of the Planeswalker game because it's got a tutorial. It's a fantastic intro. It kind of takes out the deck building part, so you can just learn how to play.
Yep.
And of course, it's fixed decks for everyone, so you're kind of on an even playing field. But there's a lengthy campaign to those things too, and you like unlock more cards.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And if you bought it on PC, I would just rebuy it on PC and play with you.
I just want to point out 3 things from the chat. One, Bronwyn was one who said it was Talk Like a Pirate Day. And Zyler and Bronwyn said that they used to play with 100 card decks, as well as Bronwyn said he used to play with 120 card and Nephilim decks, whatever that means to you guys.
I don't know what Nephilim is, but there's a 100 card format which is pretty popular right now.
Okay.
It used to be called EDH or Elder Dragon Highlander.
Okay.
But they renamed it officially to Commander.
Commander.
So yeah. So what it is it's a 100 card deck.
Okay.
And other than basic lands, so like plains, mountains, that kind of thing, you aren't allowed to have doubles.
Wow.
So you can only have one of cards, and you have your 100th card is your commander, and the deck is only allowed to be built in the colors of your commander. So if you have a red creature as your commander, your entire deck can only have red cards in it.
Oh, okay.
Or if you have a red-blue guy, which is what mine is, you can only have red and blue cards in your deck. This chair's squeaking.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
We're being told Nephilim is 5 colored cards.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure that's pretty wacky.
That sounds pretty wacky.
But yeah, Commander's pretty popular. And the way Commander works is you always have that creature out, your Commander, and you can cast him whenever you want as though he was in your hand. He's in the command zone. And when he dies, he can go back to the command zone, and you can just cast him again, but he costs 2 more to cast every time he dies.
Okay.
Back there.
So you have to have a counter to...
So you end up, you end up building your deck around the weird things you can do with your Commander.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's actually really neat. That's a different way of taking a simple card game and adding a couple of different complex rules to it.
I have a Commander deck that I built with the help of Jeff.
All right.
Because when I stopped Magic the first time after Planar Chaos, I gave all my cards to my brother because I was like, I'm done with this.
Yep.
And so most of my old cards he has, so I only kind of have the new stuff that I have got since Rise of the Eldrazi.
What do you guys think about live questions here? Because we have some.
I'm down with that, yeah.
Okay, cool. Braun was asking if you've ever played a 2-headed giant or a general's team play.
I have played. Oh well, I don't know what's the difference between 2-headed giant and 2-headed dragon. I assume they're the same thing. But yes. I don't know what the general's thing is though. I know there was. I don't remember what it was called. I mean, maybe this is what he's talking about. But you need 6 people.
Okay.
And you sit like across the table from each other.
Okay.
So like.
This is general's one.
I don't know if this is generals, but I don't remember the name of what this is.
Okay.
So you have 6 people, and 2 people sit in the middle facing each other, and 2 people sit on, 4 people sit on, either side of each of them. And so your objective is to protect the person in the middle.
Okay.
If the person in the middle dies, it's game over.
All right.
But
At the middle, you mean like the...
The person sitting in between the other 2 people on either side of the table.
Okay.
So that person cannot be attacked through their people on their sides, and whenever he plays something, he can spend mana or a turn or something to pass one of his cards that he's played to someone beside him, and then they have to try and kill the people on the other side of the main guy and then kill the main guy.
Yes, it sounds like what he's describing. His Bronwyn replied with generals as the same with 3 players on a side and the center player is in charge.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm talking about then.
That's pretty cool.
It's kind of neat.
I think it's really awesome.
There's all kinds of weird stuff. They also have these other 2 official Wizards ones, but you need to buy other decks for stuff like this, and they're big, oversized cards.
Yep.
One of them is called Plane Chase, and that ties into the Planeswalker stuff because they move across planes. Planes are where the different sets take place, Riccio, if you were...
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't know what that
Or
was.
if viewers are wondering.
I was.
So you start and you flip up a plane card, and then it usually has a global effect and an activated effect.
Okay.
And on your turn, you can roll the planar die. And so it has 4 blank sides and a planeswalk card and a activate card, a side, sorry.
Okay.
Because it's a die, it's not cards. So if you hit the activate side, you can do whatever the activate thing is on the plane card. But if you hit the planeswalk side, you discard that, flip over another card, and they all have global effects from when you planeswalk to them or whatever
them or
weird
whatever.
stuff. Yeah, so that's a big multiplayer format thing, and
Yep.
that's kind of neat. And then they also have Arch Enemy, where it's 3-on-1, and the one player has a deck of schemes that he can flip over, and they do like weird things like all your opponents sacrifice a creature, or like weird other spells like that kind of balance it on the 3-to-1, and that's kind of neat.
It's pretty intense, actually.
Stick to random quick things, and we'll probably stop. He said, "Did you ever?" Well, I think he was more asking towards Xyler in the chat, but do you ever fight mirror decks? MYR?
Yeah, mirror. Those are mirrored and stuff.
Okay. And have you ever played Unhinged?
Unhinged is okay. The unsets are like joke sets,
Okay.
and they're just like fucking stupid cards, like just dumb joke cards.
Okay.
I can't even
Like, are they like
explain-
Easter eggy, jokey kind of thing?
Yeah, it's an entire set
Okay.
built off like in magic in jokes and like just weird dumb cards that are like, oh god, I can't even remember any of them off the top of my head. They just have weird names. Like one was called like the cheese stands alone or something like that, and it's something to do with having only one creature. I don't even remember. It's just
dumb.
weird joke stupid cards. But the reason they make you they kind of trick people into buying them because up until a certain set called Zendikar, buying those were the only way to get like full art lands.
Oh.
So
those lands are worth like $6 a piece or something because you can only get them
Yeah.
in these unhinged boosters. So yeah.
I have a self question to us.
Okay.
Sure.
Is it possible using good old what's the word here? Whenever you have to trust someone with what they're doing. When we were playing a game, you have to trust the other player. What's that called? Good, not faith, but
What?
anyways, point is, do you think it would be possible to during, let's say, like the marathon we're gonna do, to like invite people to challenge you to Magic via like Skype, and we have like you film your deck and you have yours in front of you, and then they have theirs. You try to battle.
Oh,
people.
so you actually mean having faith in someone that they are
Yeah.
not going to like
Be
fucking
like,
cheat or something.
Oh yeah, no, that card is this one. This
Yeah.
shit, like that kind of weird shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I could bring decks over. That'd be
You
cool.
can have people challenge you, as I'm saying, is during the marathon.
Well, also
Yeah.
the weird thing we could have is we could set it up so that it films the. Like I have these things called dual decks,
Okay.
which are a set of two decks that are meant to play against each other
Okay.
and be very balanced that way.
Okay.
So you can set that up on the other side and then have like the person in the chat say, "Okay, play this
No,
one."
no, I'm saying is that they're at home with their own deck,
Oh yeah, we can
and
do
they're
that too. Yeah.
yeah. We could actually do like, so we could probably have multiple streams going.
We also have a Magic video game
Yeah.
that could
Yeah.
be played.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
it'd be cool to somehow be like super chummy with someone on Skype.
I gotta book those days off for the marathon, so we need to
Do it.
hammer that shit
Mine
down.
already. I have the PS4 launched, the Xbox One launched, and the marathon days booked off.
All right. Well, we need to hammer that shit down so I can
It's 20th to 31st.
20th to 31st.
Always.
20th to 31st.
Always.
Yes. Because it's morning of the 20th.
28th. Oh, I thought you said 20th. I was like,
Dude,
Yeah.
what?
it's like fucking. That's like 11 days, motherfucker.
2 weeks.
I can't afford that.
But
anyway.
yeah, I am going to start playing like a real physical Magic again, and that's why I've been kind of looking for cards. I actually, while I was at the school store there looking at cards and I couldn't find them, I had already put them in a cart on a site so that I could compare prices and stuff. So when I couldn't find any of the good ones that I wanted, I just hit order.
Purchase.
Yeah. So I have a mono white human tribal deck on its way.
And just to reiterate, someone asked when the marathon is, but we kind of said it.
December 28th to the 31st.
Usually it'll be like
8
December.
to 8 or 9 to 9 or something.
Yeah.
Morning to morning.
Yeah. 72 hours of craziness.
So we go home and sleep and then wake up and enjoy the new
we do
year.
sleep during it, but we kind of always have the stream going with someone awake overnight and all that stuff.
Thank
You know what's
God we're going to
awesome?
have a
I only
fourth
have to
person
take
this
off
year.
like. I only have to take off.
Yeah, it's the
fucking
weekend.
Yeah, I only have to take off a day and a half because of the way my work
28th
stuff is.
to the 31st.
This'll
So I need
be-
to take off. Yeah, I need to take off 2 days. I'm gonna take off 3
Yeah.
days.
This
I'm
will
gonna take
be
off those
our third year, but the channel's fifth or
I thought
fifth
it was
year.
6th.
I would say that it would be the sixth
Because this will be my third, and I thought you
All
did
right,
3
bros,
or
bros.
4.
Yeah, it would be the sixth, but not the 6th year in a row.
I just got a text from Kumar. He's actually going to be up on eating dinner up on top of the CN Tower because he's super baller, but he wants me to high five you guys. So,
That's what he had. Thank you.
and he wants to say to the chat, You guys are awesome, as well as the listeners. He's thinking of you.
Can you ask him to take a picture and send it to the group chat, which I will then put onto the podcast of him eating on top of it if everybody's doing it while we're casting here. But no.
What if he sends a GIF of him eating?
Just the phone falling.
Yeah.
Great.
No, I'm actually super excited for the marathon because they're always great and they're always a little obscene, and the last day tends to just be crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's going to be some weirder, maybe not even directly video game stuff that we can do this year, because I'm getting back into Magic and I have a bunch of board games and stuff too. So I don't know if there's some way we can play that stuff with the chat or figure out something that way.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
But
I want to play Netrunner. I want to play
Netrunner.
Netrunner on stream. Was it last year or the year before
Honestly,
that
you
I
might
passed
just
out
fucking-
in your chair here?
That was last year, and your Binding of Isaac started drawing blood everywhere. No, but what I wanted to say is this year more than ever, because last year when we did it, I had just gotten my setup here. We had just gotten these mics and all that. So
you
this
only sped along that process because you wanted it for the marathon. Yeah.
So this year, having all this thing set up, and also I had now I have my internet upgraded, so. For sure, and we have like another laptop, so we'll be able to have like 2 streams going. We have Devin's laptop.
I'm gonna
so
have
I'm
gonna have my new gaming PC as well, so I'm gonna bring that over.
Okay, so
I wonder if we should bother filling this room with like desktops if Riccio has a gaming laptop.
Oh, yeah, that's
you
true.
have a gaming laptop.
Then fuck it.
No, yeah, but what I was gonna say is at least we can have
Mine
multiple.
at home that way.
Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say is we can have multiple streams, so we can have like that main stream with a game and then 2 cameras. If ever somebody wants to watch another game, hook it up, get another stream going, or if you guys want to play board games, get another stream going, have the cameras hooked up to that laptop or whatever. So that you kind of always have like that main stream with all the shit going on it. If ever people are like, oh, well, I kind of want to see the game and the card games. I'm not talking shit about it, but let's say, okay, the card game's a little slow. Like, I'd rather be watching like some explosions or something crazy.
Card games are only slow if you're playing against my brother.
Okay.
He plays real fucking slow.
Okay. Well,
I play Netrunner the way it's meant to be played, so
As a hacker, just being like, I'm playing this. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll fucking win.
one thing I know
I'm running. I can't flip this ice. Okay.
One thing I know I'm going to do is probably buy
servers.
Yeah, one thing I think I know I'm going to do is buy more cables to get longer mic cables.
Yeah.
So we can get like you guys sitting over there without it being like, yo, just yell really loud. There's one mic capturing everything. So that would,
Didn't we have this boom mic set up somewhere else?
it was like fucking perched trying to. It was
Well, I
sketchy.
kind of want to do more of a. If we're gonna do more board games and even card gamey stuff, I kind of want to have a setup where like that front area is maybe for that, but then the like whoever's playing the game on screen is sitting back here.
Yeah.
Because I think there are better ways we could organize it than just like, hey, we're all 3 of us playing games right now, and then we're all feeling like stopping, but one of us has to keep going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like we should maybe get a camera over there and cover that
he's
section.
got his coffee table there.
That's true, but I just feel like
Are you talking about on the
like
That's what I'm
if
saying
we
is we'd
could
have another
get
stream
something all the way over almost by the microwave oven, looking down that way.
Yeah. Anyways, but what we're talking about is just we're gonna have multiple streams going, so we'll have a lot of crazy stuff. It's hard to point out places because people won't fully understand, but
Yeah.
we're not going to rotate the podcast camera right now.
No,
Sorry.
no.
there's stuff everywhere.
Tune in
all the
December 28th
It's some of the best times.
morning-ish.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
to see everything that we're talking about.
Let me know actually, or let us know, I should say, if you guys are actually listening to this part and you're excited about it. Comments.
Yes,
Comment.
as
Be
well-
like, hey, marathon.
If we should actually start planning it out now so that we're prepared.
Yeah.
But if you guys have any ideas for milestones, so every year,
Oh yeah.
based off of cash, we do a crazy milestone. Our first year, we ended up like chilling in pink dresses for a little while.
Whatever our milestones were last year, they were better than the year before.
They were so much better.
I don't remember what they were. You must have a list somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the files and stuff.
But we had the draw. It's still fucking up
Yeah,
there.
the drawings.
Oh
are.
yeah. You should just extend that drawing.
Yeah, we
We
should
have the
take it
white
down.
the white roll up is still over there on the ground for the next page that I bought.
Really?
Yeah, so what we were doing last year is everybody who would donate, I think it was at least $5, but at the end we just didn't care how much you donated. We had a piece of paper on the wall that you would tell us what you want on it, and we draw
Drew
it.
that wicked sweet Dishonored symbol.
And yeah, it was
Clark the
pretty
Pixel
cool.
King.
Yeah, we have Boo.
Everyone,
I can't draw. It was
everyone
horrible.
should know that donated for that. Your suggestion has literally been immortalized in Riccio's house because he just doesn't
Like-
give a fuck about taking that thing
Like
down.
Swede 2, Clark, Shanghai, China, I can't see the rest of my.
There's
pile of
something
games in
with
the way.
the there's a
Yeah, Shanghai China is the XCOM guy shooting somebody with 1% chance and getting a full crit hit.
yeah.
That's the fucking worst drawing. It's a stick man.
So if you guys have ideas for milestones, they have to be slightly reasonable. I kind of
Like
want.
we're not buying dresses or like suits or whatever we did.
Yeah.
No, that was.
I think I'm still down for getting to a ridiculous number of donations. Also, yeah, this marathon is for donations
Yeah.
for charity, not us.
It's not for us. It's strictly for charity.
I'm still down with shaving my head for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
down.
I did
We
the
didn't
half.
make it last year.
That's what I'm saying is if I just grow my hair out till December and just be like,
The half stash.
oh, that
Do
was
you
funny.
remember
Yeah.
that?
That was really dumb, Devin.
was
I woke
I-
up to you being like, "Hey, I should have my mustache."
I was just like,
What the
oh,
fuck?
God.
I also raised $150 by betting two people off of each other, so charity wins. I went for those who didn't know. I went like a day with half a mustache
Yeah.
because people paid me to shave half of it.
Can we chew on my hair? Is what someone's asking. No, that's not a good. Well, so actually, I don't have to be the one getting the chew. Like I get chewed, yes, but I don't chew. That's not bad.
I'm not doing any weird.
I'm not doing weird shit.
Oh, you guys
But-
smell each other.
We'll do
The
crazy
shoes,
stuff.
the shoes on head is a classic. So
Oh, yeah, I
yeah,
shaved- I
yeah,
shaved
shoes on head.
My facial stuff into
Is
weird
Dustin going to be back
Wolverine,
for that? Shoe
so
King?
that was pretty cool.
I'm sure he'll come back. For
I want to
like
make a
day or
big
something.
chain that says Shoe King.
You remember Kumar saying he's gonna get
Those days
the whole
off.
time off.
Oh, Kumar's going to be joining us
The, having the fourth person is gonna help a lot. I
Oh,
think,
yeah.
because there were points where it was just one of us alone, just being like, "Okay, I have to just."
Fucking
Yeah.
that.
Honestly, the worst was the last night. Whenever, because like there was Devin awake, and I was kind of excited about that. I started playing Resident Evil 4. And I turned around, and he just fucking knocked out. And I looked at the time, like 3 or 4 hours left. I'm like,
I don't even.
I got this.
I don't
Was I
even.
asleep?
I don't even
you
remember.
passed out on the couch,
I don't
and then
even
you went
remember that
upstairs
last
or
night.
something.
Yeah, you went upstairs, and I don't even remember passing out in the chair. But there's clearly a moment that Riccio played back to me where I'm like playing the game, and it just kind of went.
Well, you beat a boss in Binding of Isaac, and then you just kind of sit there, and there's the drop, and you just kind of sit there as if you were trying to think of what it was, and then you just kind of fucking knocked out, and you had that familiar that pisses blood randomly, and then it was bouncing around, so the ground was like whatever brown like sand, and then you could kind of fast forward, and it was like until the whole ground was covered in blood, that it bounced around randomly enough to cover every pixel of the ground in blood. And it was just like, what the fuck?
I like your description of that. Like, what is that thing?
Because yeah, like he never picked it up. He was like,
I also love the clear moment.
plop. Sorry, yes.
I also love the clear moment in the first marathon where we're saying goodbye, and there's clearly I'm looking at my phone, and there's
it's
clearly this moment of like me passing out and going, "All right, we're good."
Yeah.
I fucking drove home after that. That was such a bad idea.
But yeah, no. So if you guys are still listening to this, either live or on the recording, let us know if there's any games you guys want us to try to rush or do anything like. Because I know I want to try to race.
I think we're for sure doing
Mirror's
a
Edge.
Mirror's Edge,
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure, a race.
New
And
consoles are going to be out.
yeah,
Fucking A.
I know. But the thing is, for the Mirror's Edge race, what I like to do is if anybody has like a cast or something who'd like to cast, actually for the marathon, if anybody wants to cast alongside us or something, we could try to like crappily try to put together
You
that
can
site
talk to
again.
the guy
with-
that did it with us last year. Still gaming. Is that who? it
Yeah, I think I'm Still Gaming would still do it, except for I think he's. I've
Didn't
talked
they-
to him recently, but he's kind of like juggling school, and now he's doing like his channel solo, and he's just like there's
Too much.
this. Well, we'll see. December is technically a day off from school and stuff, so
Yeah,
or
like
time
2
off.
weeks off,
Yeah, 2
yes.
weeks. So we can see if he wants to.
Didn't they try and like beat our 2-hour marathon and didn't they quit before
No,
us?
they went for 36. So
Ah,
they
it
were
was
supposed to
36,
go. They were
yeah.
supposed to go for 36, but then he kept going, and then
Yeah, he
Yeah.
kept going on his own after his
Yeah,
friends left.
yeah.
yeah, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think his friends were still there, but they decided to keep trying.
Also,
but,
for whoever is new listening to our podcast, there are always these guys who champ the whole thing with us,
oh yeah,
and
it's.
if you guys can do that, great. If not, even just tune in, say hi. Like, we love talking to people on the live stream through the chat. I was super into Halo 4 when we were doing that stream. So like I was making matches with people like constantly, always playing Halo 4. I'm really hoping that we can do something similar to that this year, because it's really great to actually interact with our community and, you know, play video games with you. I had my first taste of Castle Crashers. The game was fucking sweet.
Yeah.
It's pretty kick ass. So definitely, feel free to tune in.
Be a
when
lot
we
of
do it.
magic this year.
Just-
I can tell you that.
just-
Especially if you and I start playing, and then we're like, just pick up games with people online.
Yeah.
Just to answer some chat stuff. I was asking people to stream, but you don't have to. I was just saying if anybody wants to actually stream or can stream, let us know, and you can totally do that alongside us. But what I definitely want to do this year is like get Google Hangouts or Skypes going in where we can Skype and people watching.
That's
because,
right, yeah.
like Devin said, it's crazy because there's some nights during the entire marathon, we'll all sit here. I'll see someone come in the first day, whether it's a regular or not, and they'll be talking, and then you'll have that whole day go by, and I'll be, let's say the first night I was the one staying up all night. They'll be talking to me the entire time. I'll go to sleep. I'll come back. They're still talking to you guys, and it's like you're doing this better than we are for these next 3 days, and it's pretty crazy. So I like to get people like that on Skype or on
it's really cool when we've got those guys in the last night. Just like, oh, guys, I'm really tired. Like, you need to say something to keep me awake, and they're just like spamming stuff at you constantly. It's just great.
Did I wake up for the end?
I went up. I was playing Resident Evil, and I had switched to the motorcycle. What's the fuck it's called? Trials Evolution.
Yeah.
And I woke Devin up, went upstairs, and like, damn, it's like 10 minutes left. You gotta get down here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I don't remember the last night.
Yeah. But
I did the second night.
Yeah.
Until like 6 in the morning, and then was like, you gotta get up, Riccio.
So
Riccio and I did the first night because I remember I was playing Portal 2
with Stuart.
And you were fucking muttering to the moon the whole fucking night, and I wanted to strangle you and put you out of your misery.
But no, what I like to do is when we're doing that like last few hours, anybody who's been there.
Fike was a big help on the last year's marathon.
Yeah,
so it was just the three of us.
He championed one night for us where he helped, and then he just started talking
He championed
nonsense.
like a full, like almost 48 hours.
Yeah, he really did.
But then he
went off the crazy end.
Waking up in the middle of the night like, where are the girls? They called me. The girls were coming. They were coming to pick me up, the girls. It's like, excuse me, Mike.
Well, didn't he show up to like start doing the marathon? Hadn't he already been up like 24 hours?
Yeah, he was up like 24 hours beforehand.
He sadly, he doesn't really have, like, I think he has insomnia kind of, so it's not good, but he's
used to it kind of.
But no, but what I would like to do, like I was saying, is when we get to those final hours, if we pay attention to the people who've been there for the longest time, get like a huge Google Hangout or a huge Skype call going, and just kind of like cross that 72-hour mark with a shit ton of people, or just, you know what I mean? Like make that ending more exciting than us going like, well, that was it, you guys. Thanks for watching. See ya. And then we just kind of like leave.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have a shit ton of people. Just like,
it'd be really badass, actually.
But anyways, we'll figure that stuff out.
Marathon is always fucking great. I'm actually like super excited now. Like I can't wait.
I'm sure we could get Dustin back for some point. And I know Stuart said he'd come to do like the Mirror's Edge race and stuff because he loves that game.
Yeah.
So
it was actually a lot of fun playing Portal 2 with him. But then there was this wall we hit where it was a really simple puzzle. And we're like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's really bad.
But, yeah, marathon. December 28th to the 31st.
get hype.
Get hyped.
Get hyped.
It's always crazy. If you guys have any suggestions, let us know. But other than that, what have you guys been playing?
I have one more thing. So you guys,
Tangent City here.
We should leave that big thing this week for last, I think, and run through everything else quickly.
So Devin, what have you been playing then?
I have been really back into Eve, like pretty hardcore, for the past.
That's weird, Devin. So I'm back in Eve as well.
Really, it's almost like we subbed the same time, 5 minutes apart in class.
Because of some son of a bitch who said he was playing Eve in our class?
Yes. Okay. So
wait, was this like a weird like contact high that you guys got from like?
Here's the
just
thing:
some random fucking dude in your class.
We legit. So we have this guy Devin who shares the same name as me
with an O.
With an O. Who
he said Eve, and your pupils just dilated, and you were like, "I need this."
Yeah. So what ended up happening was he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll just I showed up to class late."
Riccio's blowing his nose.
Yeah, he's blowing his nose.
Yo, shut up, you guys.
So I showed up late to class and rolled in, and I saw that he was on Eve, and I was like, "Oh yeah, how long have you been playing Eve?" "Oh, I've been into it for about 6 or 7 months now." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I used to play Eve pretty."
For a second, I thought you were going to say years.
No, like I used to play Eve pretty intensely.
Dude
like
turns around, he's got a beard. Like,
where'd you get that beard?
And legit, then it clued into me that Green Man Gaming sells Eve time.
Oh God.
And Green Man Gaming has 20% off vouchers, which apply.
Which we learned that those vouchers are actually the only reason paying for a month off Green Man Gaming is actually more expensive, but you get random like shit.
You get
stuff.
like random ships that you can sell for in-game currency and stuff like that. Ooh.
Keep going.
Ooh, this looks
No,
good.
keep going.
So he, said, "Oh yeah, you should probably join up again." And I turned to Riccio, and Riccio turned to me, and we both went,
Okay.
"Yeah, all right." Subbed up. I had Eve still installed on my PC.
Oh, so this was like literally like 2-minute process.
This was legit me add in a code and hit update, and it updated, and then I plugged in my hard drive and transferred the files to my hard drive and gave them to Riccio.
Yeah.
And the problem was solved.
So this was in the same class.
Yeah.
This was about
your pupils dilated.
5 minutes. I didn't even have to go home to sub in. I legit just opened my laptop and away I went.
Wow.
It was wonderful.
It's actually the perfect.
Dangerous.
It's actually the perfect game to play during class. And the funny thing is that normally you'd say like, oh, that's terrible because then you won't pay attention. But it's just like you just sort of
Mine. Okay,
alt tab, take notes.
It's actually kind of really dumb because a lot of people are like, oh, it's you're gonna not pay attention. I actually pay attention more when I'm playing Eve than when I'm not playing Eve in class.
It's like you're taking space class.
Because like I will, if I'm not paying
Space
attention,
class?
yeah, space class. Because if I'm not paying attention, I will like daydream and I'll be off somewhere completely random. If I'm playing Eve, I actually focus on what the guy's talking about in front of me. It's ridiculous.
Weird.
Yep.
But
I love it though. We've kind of like optimized our mining systems out right now.
Yeah, I've today I did the step to try and join a corporation. I know months ago I was listening to a Giant Bomb cast and they're like, oh, we got a corporation going on and all this people
Giant Bomb Corp.
Giant Bomb Corp, which used to be I think Giant Bomb Space Duders,
Yeah.
but then they changed it to like Kite Co Trucking Agency or something.
It's because of Dave Snyder.
Okay, so I've tried to join that one.
Because his handle is like Enemy Kite or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, that's right. But no, so I tried to get into that, but it's kind of weird because just the idea of joining a corp, just like a friendly sort of like, oh, I want to go with the Giant Bomb community and stuff, was like, okay, you have to submit your username, your Giant Bomb username to prove that you're with Giant Bomb.
Oh, wow.
You have to submit an API code, which is normally stuff that you do for like, oh, I got an app on my phone to check my skills. So what the API does will tell you like, are you subscribed to the game? How long are you subscribed? Are you currently like a paying subscriber or are you using Plex, which is like the in-game stuff? Or do you have a credit card tied that's doing subscription? Which characters do you have? What training? What you have trained? Your money, your accounts. Have you like sent a shit ton of money? Like all your transactions, everything that's super personal about your character, including your contacts, and just everything. You have to make a code that has all that information and send it to them that they can always access to prove that you're not going to be like, hey, wait a second, a month ago you were with another corp. And you suddenly got like 100 million ISK or something, and you left that like it's like a fucking background check.
It is a
Just to get
background
into this
check.
community thing. I was like, holy fuck, okay.
And like just watching you do it, I'm like, I'm not gonna join a corp ever.
But it was funny because what I was doing, I was talking to the person, and they were just like, yeah, no, we started doing this because like a month ago we had a spy in here who stole all of our shit, so we had to start doing background checks. I was like, well, great. Eve was fucking crazy. Fantastic.
Eve is the most fucking insane game, and the shit that you can do in this game is absolutely bananas. You can make a ship that is so fucking big, it is the size of a space station, and other ships that are considered to be fucking big dock inside of this other fucking bigger ship. And then you have to have a squadron that protects this ship, because when you log out, it just stays in space, hanging out. Doesn't do anything else. That to me is abso-fucking-lutely insane. Like I am a little miner. That's all I do is go and mine shit, and I'm saving up money. I want to get into like stealth cruisers and stuff like that, where I can stealth into areas and like pop out of cloaking, and I want to do what's called electronic countermeasures. I think is ECMs.
Yeah.
Which is like you get to hack the other people's ship and like turn off their defense systems and stuff like that, and it's crazy stuff. I want to get into that to even get the
Dan's just like
to even get the most basic ship. It's like 120 million ISK to the most basic ship. And that does not include the training and the months that I have to like prep to be able to use that ship. It's so fucking cool, but so fucking crazy. And I want to start a corp. So if people want to join in,
starting a corp is crazy because
Dev Corp. It's perfect.
yeah.
but trying to get into the Giant Bomb Corp for one thing has shown me that like to make a corp you have to like make it, and then for it to become something you have to have people buy shares into it to make it be able to get stuff, and you have to tax everybody who's in it. Because I like being the Giant Bomb Corp, it's 15% tax. that you pay towards it. It's fucking crazy. There's so much other shit than just like, hey, let's make a corp.
My corp is going to be me and my ship.
That's horrible.
My ship's going to have 50% shares.
Someone could fucking just blow you up and be like, well, control a company now, bitches. And it'll be crazy.
Hostile takeover.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I don't know. I just think it's the shit you can do in this game is just
Yeah.
like I've played a lot of hours in it. Like not a lot compared to some people, but I put enough. And I barely scratched the surface of like what can be done in that game.
Yeah, no, I like Eve also because there's so much crazy shit that can happen, and you can play it as such a passive game on your second screen while you're doing other stuff or playing another game even. Like, I spent most of my Eve playtime this week while playing another game that we're going to talk about after. But, yeah.
The thing that I'm really stoked about is I'm building my new PC, and I should have my PC up and running by Saturday. It won't have my latest graphics card in it, but it's going to have a decent enough one in it. I'm going to have my 3 monitors up again. So I'm going to have the center one for work, left one for Outlook, and the right one is just going to be completely for Eve.
Which will also look like a workstation of like your fucking open skills tab and you're just mining shit and you'll have your corp open and all that stuff.
Yep. It's going to be, I'm actually super excited for it. It's pretty dumb, but
And then
pretty amazing.
A month will go by and then one of your Outlook thing will now be like a second screen for Eve, and then it'll go another month and your other working, and then you'll just quit your job and you'll be rolling into that ISK.
Be rolling into ISK.
Yeah.
But like, there's this crazy sub-market of selling Plex on the internet
Yeah.
for actual cash. It's just really weird, like...
Well, it must be like making the deal on some site, and then you go into the game, and then
it's just like
you get the money at the same time you like put the Plex on the other player's ship or something.
Yeah, it's just like really weird, crazy shit. As well as I don't know what keeps happening, but I keep getting random items in my inventory like every couple of months, and some of these like $500,000 isn't a lot to like people who are really high level, I guess we'll call it, or high caliber. But like I'm still that like medium caliber, so like $500,000. I'm like, yeah, that's nice. I keep getting random things that are like worth $500,000, but I also have a ship now that's worth like 79 million or something crazy like that. Like I don't know where I got it, but I've got this ship now, so wicked. What are you playing, Riccio?
I'm currently downing about 6 pages of 5 quests each of free DLC for Monster Hunter.
Spot pass stuff?
No.
Oh.
It's just free DLC.
That's
sorry.
what spot pass stuff is, you motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Spot Pass connecting online, right? Gotcha.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I like it.
Eve is crazy. I'm glad to be back into it, even though it's going to be, once again, that passive thing that I'll just kind of, at one point, probably stop a little bit and then just focus on my skills and then come back in a month and then be like, sweet, now I can do stuff again.
I really like it because I can do other things while playing it. I know that sounds really bad, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've actually, have not been paying attention to the timestamps again. I've actually...
Well, it's been Eve since when you wrote that down.
Yeah,
so you're
that's
good.
No, Eve has actually gotten me into Adventure Time, which is funny.
Really?
So I'd never actually watched it.
Adventure Time's all right.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty goofy.
I think what's good about it is that because they're short episodes, you can quickly just be like, oh, that was pretty awesome. Oh, look, another one's starting.
So far, I
actually
kind of like that Greatest Warriors.
The Bravest Warriors?
Warriors.
I like that better.
I've been kind of enjoying the jokes in that too.
Yeah.
But Adventure Time's not bad. I just hit the second season now, and it's just kind of like...
It's
the perfect thing to just be like, oh, I've missed like 10 seconds. It's still funny, though.
Yeah.
Like, just keep looking away. And
I don't know. I've been really into Hell on Wheels. You should totally take a look at that. It's AMC, another AMC sponsored series. Or
what is that AMC thing that comes on after Breaking Bad that everybody thinks?
Low Winter Sun.
Low Winter Sun? What a weird...
Low Winter Sun.
Exactly.
Jokes is what it is.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, the Hell on Wheels is like set right after the Civil War, and it's about like a guy trying to build a railroad, but you follow this like cowboy dude. There's a lot of real...
It's weird because if you say it would have said Hell on Wheels to me, I would have been like, biker gang.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too, because I already watched Sons of Anarchy, which is a really... It's got a lot of high name actors in it, and the writing in it is really shit.
Isn't Ron Perlman in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guy who played Hellboy?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you recognize Ron Perlman for?
Yes.
Okay.
Because weird face.
Yes. What else is he
weird in a
been in?
cool way.
Like a bunch of other stuff.
Like?
He was in Drive. He was in...
The Drive. He was... Man. That was...
He's in
Drive is a really good movie.
Yeah. Yo, a lot of people get fucked up real hard and die.
Yeah.
all of a sudden, out of nowhere, too.
Yeah.
Like, everyone gets fucked up real hard.
I want to say there was something that somebody mentioned in the
Holy
chat.
shit, he was fucking A.
He was in, what's that sniper movie? Behind Enemy Lines? What it is? No. Enemy at the Gates. That's what it is.
That's a great show, or a great movie. But Behind Enemy Lines, there's a really shitty like B movie that's called Behind Enemy Lines Colombia. That was a straight to DVD release.
Wow.
Does it have like a wrestler in it or something?
It's got the cast is like 5 wrestlers and like an MMA star.
Great.
It's the shittiest acting ever. Fucking great. I recommend it to anyone. That and Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints is great.
That's a great.
Not even as B movie.
No,
It's
that is a
great.
phenomenal movie. Yeah. Eve is good.
He was good.
All right, just fucking talk about whatever you want to talk about now, because I haven't played it yet, so I'm just going to plug my ears for the next hour.
I played some Wonderful 101. By that I mean I took it out of the case and said, I'm going to keep this for the weekend. So if you guys want to see some Wonderful 101, check out Saturday's cast.
And he sent us a picture, and Kumar said, "What's a Wii U?"
And then I fucking ended him.
Oh, God, that's why he's not here? The Toronto stuff is just a ruse?
It's all a lie.
Yes. No, yeah, I've been playing that. Oh shit, I just hit my mic. There was something. I still feel like there was something that I had played.
Rosh playing it.
Since last week?
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is that didn't show up. I started and finished Amnesia Machine for Pigs.
Oh, God, I thought
I know.
you wouldn't.
I know. It's because it wasn't on Raptor when I checked earlier today, and I was like, "There's something. I've got to write it down."
We even
I was-
watched like the clips of
We
it
even watched
today.
the clips of it. I know.
I was going to suggest that as the thing that maybe wasn't tracked, and then I
Yeah.
was like, no, there's no way he
No, yeah.
forgot about that.
No, I started and finished Amnesia Machine for Pigs. There, I was okay. What I'm trying to explain
Out of 10.
out of 10, still up there. I would say maybe like a 7 or an 8. Or
Would
an
you
8.
rate it higher than
So
Outlast?
7.5.
I'd rate it lower than Outlast because Outlast was fun to play,
Man, okay,
but Amnesia had a crazy story.
that clip of Outlast, like those kind of cutting through them.
The kind of near end of Outlast, you were
That
all
shit
in on
is
that.
fucking crazy. I'm totally into that game. I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
please.
Outlast is good.
It is fucking great.
What I will say
What
though,
would you give Outlast?
having played Machine for Pigs now, I don't know. I don't want to like keep relative, but whatever I would
Like
give.
apples to oranges.
No, there's
Is it like a
they're
point,
really
a 0.5 more or a point more, or what is it?
it'd be like a point more,
Okay.
but
No, that's good from what I hear people talk about.
it's really weird because I feel there's been a lot of bad shitty talk about Machine for Pigs about like it's just like Dear Esther, it's not scary, it's not really Amnesia, like what is going on here, the monster's not that
Did
scary.
you see that tweet from the Chinese room, or maybe
No.
it wasn't actually
Well,
Chinese? I don't know.
okay, what was
I saw
it?
it temporarily. It was like, hey, we just woke up from a bad dream where we released Amnesia without the sanity mechanic.
Oh,
I don't know if it's actually them or if.
that's probably a joke.
Yes.
Something like that.
Are you sure?
Maybe. I don't know.
What's their Twitter account? Is
Chinese
it
room.
at the Chinese room?
It's probably so fucking. They've been replying to a lot of people complaining about it, so
Oh,
I'll
really?
be-
look it
it'd
up
be-
because I have an iPad right
Go
here
for
on
it.
the internet.
But no, Machine for Pigs started off really slow. The original Dark Descent, which Devin, I don't know if you played, right? You
I played like an hour of it.
Okay,
and then
then-
went nope.
Okay, so with Devin, with Dan, then you guys will both understand that Dark Descent, remember when you went into the wine cellar, the first starting like 10, 15 minutes, you went downstairs, you kind of like went to a corner and was like, hey, turn around. Oh, there's a monster. Don't look at those things. And it was like instantly like, hey, there's something there.
Yep.
Not to spoil Machine for Pigs, but it's something to talk about as to maybe why I didn't like it so much, is that they like fake a sense of not urgency, but like something is after you for the first 2 hours or so that I played.
Okay.
There is like go up to a door, banging on it, pig squeal sounds. You go outside, a pig walks by. Or pig, the fucking monster walks by. You do a certain something that you have to be doing. A pig busts through a door, or a monster busts through the door. I say pig because it's pig squeals and all that shit. Busts through the door. You see it kind of walk around, never actually hits you. You go into like another thing, you see it again, and it doesn't actually hit you. And like 2 hours go by, where you're just like, Okay. Okay. And then when it finally starts attacking you, it's like, okay, then you feel like the game has started. But it's weird because up to that point, I was sad about having the monsters not be there yet, because having come from Outlast, it was like instantly like, yo, run away, run away, run away, keep getting story, like crazy shit. Man, I don't really know where I'm going with this. What's weird is that Machine for Pigs, you approach it being like Amnesia Dark Descent. Oh, so it really was them.
Official Twitter account.
Oh wow, that's crazy. No, Amnesia Dark Descent, coming from that, there was like gameplay to it. There was, hey, you had an inventory, which is no inventory in Machine for Pigs. Hey, you had sanity, which there's no sanity in Machine for Pigs. You had oil to keep track
It's all
of.
a horrible dream.
You had oil to keep track of. You also had the tinder boxes and laudanums, which are to heal.
Tinderbox.
All those things are not in Machine for Pigs. So that gameplay is kind of taken out of it. So approaching it like another Amnesia game where you have that gameplay of like, okay, we got to find things, we got to know where to put them, and all that sort of puzzly stuff. To take that away and like not expect that from the game, and just think of the story of Machine for Pigs, it's fucking fantastic. So thinking of it like everyone's saying, like, oh, it's like another Dear Esther, is fantastic. Because the story kind of
relevant to what you just said. Read it out loud for them.
Amnesia Machine for Pigs is hovering around the 75 mark on Metacritic, spookily the same as Dear Esther. But anyways, it's weird because I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Machine for Pigs is...
from what I'm understanding from it is the
It is more of an interactive
okay,
experience.
sorry. Well, this is what I was going to say is Machine for Pigs starts off in a way that if you're approaching it like it's an Amnesia 2, sort of, you're kind of...
Isn't that what it is?
No. Because Amnesia...
isn't it a prequel?
Frictional... No, it's farther in the future. Frictional Games is working on something else, apparently, already. But no, Machine for Pigs kind of starts off, and if you're approaching it like Dark Descent, you're going to be very sad, and you're going to constantly be like, oh, okay, well, this is not in there, this is not in there, which is kind of how I approached it. But once that's out of your head, and you realize that the entire time that you've been bitching, that there's been this crazy like story buildup, and it's been told really well, and then once things start like clicking off, and like fucking you're hitting parts in the story where you're just like, holy shit. And it's
Pen dropping.
It's pen droppingly fantastic. I don't know. It's really good.
It fits.
It's a good story to go through, but from a gameplay standpoint,
It's a little lacking.
it's lacking. Like that's why I loved Outlast better, because I had a shit ton of fun playing through Outlast.
That's
but Amnesia,
why Eerie is the best horror game ever made.
But
This is the same reason.
But Machine for Pigs, I didn't have fun going through it that much, especially once you kind of got over that there's kind of like one monster throughout the entire thing. That was it. Like it I don't know. As a story, it's like Amnesia was better because it hit some pretty crazy shit, and it had just the back half of that game is fucking crazy. But Outlast,
back half of Outlast look fucking insane.
The back half of Outlast looked insane. I don't want to talk about it because those parts aren't up on YouTube technically yet. But it's insane. But it also
not spoiling
goes in a but it also goes in like a weird way. But that weird way fits, but kind of is sort of too out there to be like, whoa, okay, hold on now, Outlast. But Amnesia, it's like it was so carefully made of a story that it's fucking insane. I don't know.
And of course, Eerie is horror game of the year all years.
Sure.
Because it is the best one. Yeah.
But yeah, Amnesia was really good.
Can we finish that?
What, Eerie?
Yeah.
We can finish it one day, probably. I'd be down for it.
Do you still have it on your computer?
No. I'm pretty sure it got patched, though, or something. Point is, what I want to say is that the Let's Play for Amnesia is not going up on YouTube yet, or I don't know when, because I have to figure out if boobs are allowed. Because there are paintings all over that game that just have tits out.
Really?
Just all over it.
Pretty sure that if you go to an art gallery and can see paintings of boobs,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's okay for public consumption.
But this is what's weird, and people might be bothered by these references, but I was looking at other bigger YouTubers who have put actual Let's Plays out for it, sort of like, let's say, like Markiplier or like PewDiePie. The first videos that they had of Outlast was like bleeping out the dicks. And then by the end, it was just like, I don't give a shit if I just zoomed in full screen on the dick. I'm not even blurring this out. It's just, hey, look, there's dick. But that's them, and then I don't know if we were to try to do the same thing. It was like, oh, here's Amnesia. Oh, there's a tit there. Then fucking done. Like, our channel's gone. So I've been kind of holding off on that. I have it saved on the Twitch. You guys can go watch on the Twitch for now. but it's gonna take a while for me to rewatch my entire Amnesia to make sure that I didn't fucking look at a painting with the tit on it that I just was not paying attention to. Because Outlast had specific okay, in the prison area, there's the naked dick guys, and then you don't see them for the rest of the game until another part with the naked dick guys. So it was like, that's what I have to edit out.
Is that what they're credited as? In the...
Sure, why not?
It's just, it was so funny when you were like, I know we talked about this last on the podcast. We were like, how you described Outlast to me was, yo, Devin, it was fucking dicks.
Yeah.
What?
But
Let me boot this up and show you these dicks.
It's funny because that's how we started describing Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
When we got in the car.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, no. Anyways, Amnesia. It's like,
You might have seen one up close.
but no. Outlast was like
I'm done.
shock. But Amnesia. Sorry, Outlast was like shock dick. So you'd remember, be like, oh shit, there's dick there. But Amnesia was just like, I'm walking through halls with paintings. Half of these have tits on them. I'm not paying attention because I'm just like, hey, let's walk down this hallway. I don't know. That's my conversation. with that.
In breaking news, there's too many boobs and dicks in video games today.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we'll see what I can do. I have some clips that have gone up for Amnesia at least to tide people over who maybe wanted to see some of it.
I love your dick blocking abilities in the Outlast video.
Yeah.
Have you seen them? Phenomenal.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Amnesia was good. Even though, like, if I were to put the Let's Play up, I feel like it would be so boring to watch because the first hour...
It's got big jukes in it, though.
It's got big jukes, but the first hour and a half is me literally, like, complaining about random crap, like... And breaking the game on 4 separate occasions, which I actually didn't put clips of. I should find those. One glitch is up on YouTube, where somebody did something to get out of the boundaries where it was, and he killed me. But there was another glitch where I was standing on top of a truck, and you had to push the truck forward. But you could stand on the truck and access the crank to make it move. But if you're standing on the truck, the physics don't activate, so it does like the sound effect, it does the motion, but the truck doesn't move, then you can't move it anymore, and then I couldn't advance the storyline.
That's gross.
Luckily, by restarting the whole level, I was able to do that.
That's really shitty.
There was another thing where you push a bear out of the way to open a secret door, which is super obvious. It's one of the tutorials.
Like a bear?
Like a fucking...
a statue of
a bear, a stuffed bear. But then when I went back in, I started moving it to the right, and it fucking closed and locked the door, and I couldn't get out of there again. I fixed that by looking... Somebody mentioned that, hey, there's the drag... when you're pointing at something, you have to click the finger, but you can drag it, it opens up. And somehow by looking through the door, it would flick to the other one, so I was able to drag it through the fucking wall and crazy. But yeah, no, Machine for Pigs glitched out on me multiple times. Like game-breaking stuff that I happened to get lucky with being able to restart levels and stuff. And not... Because
I feel
it's just
like
an autosave. And it's,
just from watching you play both those games, I would put Outlast above Amnesia for one reason.
Why?
And that's the camera part.
The camera part's
because
so cool.
that's such a...
It's so cool.
It seems like it's
such
really
a
well done.
good video game
And it looks so
horror.
Cool. And the glowing eyes in the distance and stuff, and like the fact that the night vision only works so far. And yeah.
And
Amnesia had the light.
And also that part later on with
Yeah.
popping things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's also that's a great
yeah.
twist on that mechanic, and it's just that whole thing.
I think
is
Amnesia
just,
tried with the electric lantern that would flicker randomly, but that was more of like
it's not the same.
it was more of a massive tell because nothing would be happening, then be flickering. You're like, okay, there's gonna be like a monster in a second. Oh, there it is.
big jukes.
Yeah, big jukes. But yeah. Anyway, that's that. I played more Cloudberry Kingdom. I got to the chapter 2, and it was
Is this still rad as shit?
I had to restart, and it was still rad as shit.
Oh, great.
Going back through that, it's like level 90 that we would have had to get to, which I think we stopped at like 60 or 70.
Oh god, yeah.
Chapter 1 was 30.
Yeah,
and I had to get to like 90 to fucking get it to change the next chapter, and
Really?
it was
Didn't we
ridiculous.
say, okay, let's hit 60 and get to the next one, and then it kept going, and then we stopped?
yeah, we would have had to go for a while.
Ouch.
But yeah. Someone is pointing out that the camera in Outlast had a flaw. When it zoomed in, it wasn't a digital zoom; it was an optical zoom. It wouldn't have zoomed in with that camera; it would have looked like shit. Because I would have done that like digital, where it just crops the screen and tries to make those pixels bigger and look like shit.
Are people bringing up that like the model of the camera he used
I don't know.
doesn't have
That'd be
optical
crazy.
zoom on it?
That'd be crazy. But
it's a fake camera, so
yeah.
I like how
we're with
the
you
worst thing to say about the game is, the camera you're using only has optical zoom, not
It
digital.
doesn't have
Totally
optical
took me out of the experience. No, but no, even something like that is still silly. It works really good in the game. I'm glad that game did what
That
it did.
protagonist cares about his camera.
Yeah.
Always dropping it and prioritizing picking it up.
Yeah. Hey, what else have we been playing?
Wouldn't have brought a handgun.
Are
in.
we onto this big thing?
I think so. I can't think of anything else.
No, there's not.
We didn't play Mercenary anymore. That's weird. That just dropped off the map for me.
I played Magic the day after.
Okay.
And have been playing Magic since.
Okay.
And Grand Theft Auto 5.
And Devin, you didn't pick it up at all? You said you were going to pick it up on
No,
Saturday?
I'm going to be picking it up on Saturday. I just haven't had time yet.
You guys played Eve.
We started playing Eve.
And
But
you,
Eve,
and you played Amnesia on the weekend, so
yeah, and then Sunday we had some crazy school stuff, but
yeah. So there hasn't been a lot of time for anything else,
Yeah.
really. But Grand Theft Auto V, 5V.
5V. Yeah, shit's crazy.
That game's real good, even though I played like 3 hours of it only.
I want
heard you can get like a good 50 hours, like solidly out of not even doing everything.
But just before we talk fully about it, somebody had a question in the chat a long time ago, but I wanted to wait till we brought it up. Bronwyn was saying that he's been watching Let's Players play it on YouTube, and people have been just putting out like, hey, let's play GTA 'cause it's a new hot shit, and then kind of ignoring the other Let's Plays. We're not Let's Playing GTA 5, just to let you guys know, because that would be so many fucking parts, as well as dicks and tits to cut out. And
Full
we've
on
got
just sex, apparently.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of other shit to play because we just started Gone. Well, I just started Gone Home, which will be pretty quick to play. I still want to finish System Shock. Dan and I are still doing Valkyria.
Trucking through it as best we can.
We got lots
also,
to do.
we'll probably make up for the no Grand Theft Auto if people actually want to see some of that by playing GTA Online when that.
Yeah, we will have clips of us playing GTA Online, but they will be heavily edited down to just the funny shit.
That's when you're going to do that? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But also, Bronwyn mentions that it's 5, not V. V is the Roman numeral for 5. We're making a joke because people apparently were going to EBs and asking for GTA 5V, which is the dumbest of the dumb. But if you did that, hey, that's funny. You're actually a funny guy.
Our mispronunciation of the name was meta.
Yeah.
It was a meta joke.
But yeah, no,
we're just that so much smarter than everyone else. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Grand Theft Auto 5. We've all got it on the PS3, obviously. We all don't have
Devin
the
hasn't
download
bought it
version.
yet, but he's
Okay, Devin's gonna buy it this weekend.
I'm getting it on the PS3
Yeah.
on Saturday.
And not digital download.
I wish I had an Xbox controller. That's my only complaint about that game.
So my buddy
Literally
Skin,
it.
you know
That's-
Skin
Yes.
from the live thing. He has a little dongle that he plugs into his PS3 that he just uses a 360 controller.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it exists.
Skinned, you need... If you're listening to this, I need this.
He was listening earlier, but
I need it.
the Amnesia talk probably made him sad and he ran away.
Skinned, I need it.
But anyway, yeah. So he's been using that. He said it actually works really well on the 360 controller. I actually like the shooting on the squishy controllers of the PS3.
I have changed the button so it's L1 and R1.
Oh, you can change that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
There's only two control schemes other
Yeah.
than like Southpaw stuff.
Yeah.
And it's standard or alternate. And alternate is switching the triggers.
Does it?
That's it. That's all it switches.
What does R1 do? It's cover, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that switches to the triggers.
triggers do cover and weapon wheel.
Okay, that makes sense. But no, I'm actually the squishiness at first, like, oh, this is gonna suck. But then I started using it, I was like, you know what? This is actually comfy for some reason.
Holding down L2 to get the weapon wheel up is fine, and then just tapping R2 to get into cover works okay. So,
but I'm also a weird dude who actually likes those triggers. Even when I was playing any shooters on the PS3, I like the mushy trigger. I don't know why.
every single shooter that
That's
I
weird.
change on that I play on PS3,
Yeah.
I switch
Swap it to the-
swip it.
Yeah.
Swap.
Well, if it starts off as the bumper things, then I don't change it. I just keep it on that, obviously. But if ever it's like older games, like I think it was The Darkness, use the squishiness. That was good.
I don't play a lot of PS3 games. Is the other thing. This Grand Theft Auto 5,
Yeah.
and at the end of this console generation, oddly enough, is the only multi-platform game that I have bought on a PS3 as opposed to anything else. Every single other game I own on a PS3 is a console exclusive. So,
You know what?
Wow, that's really weird.
I might say the same.
Yeah.
No, you have.
No, I have Residence
you
of
have
Fate.
tons of other fucking.
I only buy PS3 exclusives if
No, that's
they're
right. I have-
available on
no,
the
you have
PS3.
a bunch of multi-platform PS3 stuff.
I have Prince of Persia. I have Residence of Fate. And Soul Calibur. Why the fuck? When did I buy Soul Calibur 4? I must have played
Also,
like.
Need for Speed,
I must have played Soul Calibur for a whole 30 minutes,
Ninja Gaiden.
and it was on cast, playing with multiplayer with people. Okay, yes. Then
Yeah, you have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need to play more PS3 games.
it's weird because having that in the back of my mind that I purposely bought this on PS3
Yeah.
means
weird
that
too.
every waking second that I'm playing, I'll be like, I could have been playing this with an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Whereas with exclusive stuff, I've never had that. I've just been like, okay. And usually the exclusive stuff is mapped or just feels better
Yeah.
with the DualShock because it's only played with the DualShock.
Yeah.
Every time, every single minute I play Grand Theft Auto, I can't help but think that like I'd be having so much more fun with this
Yeah.
if I had an Xbox controller. So that's my only complaint about the game, though.
Yeah.
The rest of it is fan-fucking-tastic.
For a GTA game to keep me hooked for, apparently, I think I'm like 8. I want to say I'm 8 hours in, 8 or 9 hours in. I don't agree with my 12ish that it says that 7
Well,
recording.
if you're saying like 12ish, but that you left it running
Yeah.
for half hours at a time,
laundries and weird stuff.
I'd say 8 is probably a good estimate.
Yeah. But
I'm only 3. So.
yeah. But usually when I play GTA 4, I'd quickly get really bored and then I just try to hop into the multiplayer and, like do other things. So I'm like, yeah, I'm done with doing these story missions because it would take too long. I don't know what they did to the pacing in 5, but the time between missions or the travel time or all that weird stuff, I don't mind it. Or it's maybe that once you get to there, the story things, the beats that you hit in every cutscene is interesting enough and it pushes the story forward on like every mission that I enjoy playing it.
Dude, do you know why it differs from GTA 4?
Why is that?
Because in GTA 4, there would be sometimes long portions of the game where you'd be like, okay, I'm waiting for a call from someone, or there's no
That's
main mission
true.
on the map,
Yeah.
or I'm waiting for a text or something
To make
or
you
have
go
to
do other
figure
shit.
out who you're supposed to call,
Yeah.
because you're bored and there's no missions on the
Yeah.
map. This doesn't have that.
That's
Every
true.
time you come out of a mission, the next one in
Something.
that storyline is
Yeah.
already there on the map. Or there's just other ones to do. There's the random encounters are all just
Yeah.
on the map, so you can drive to them even if they're across the city.
There's one thing that is weird though. Later on, maybe like an hour or two from where you are, maybe at the 5-hour mark, there's a part.
Might get there tonight then.
Okay, once you get Trevor, I'll just say that because it takes a while to get the 3 characters unlocked.
Yeah, for open worldness.
Yeah,
anyways.
you'll kind of notice that. Hey, I'm not getting any Franklin missions. You load up as him. He gets like a phone call. That phone call unleashes just like, oh, okay, now I have like 4 or 5 missions to do. But the way the flow goes, you're constantly getting missions with Michael and Trevor, Michael, Trevor, Michael, Trevor. But during that entire time, if you ever switch to Franklin, there's shit that
He's
it's just
got
not
stuff
telling you.
that
Yeah,
he's
there's
gotta
just
do,
a shit
yeah.
ton of stuff that it's not telling you because you're waiting for that phone call to swap to him to hear it. And
Well, does it lace the stories well?
yes,
I guess. Okay. Good.
very. It'll be like you can't go with one character too far because at one point you'll be like, let's say you unlock Trevor and you do his like intro stuff, you go and then you do whatever you need to do. It'll just be like, oh, you don't have Trevor missions anymore. You should probably switch to Michael, or you should probably switch to Franklin and just do that next thing that'll trigger like, oh shit, that happened. Now Michael's a part of this. Oh, Michael's gonna do. Oh, now Trevor. And then it'll edge you along. It'll kind of like stop at one point to kind of get one character to do something, and then it'll unlock some more for everybody else, and then you'll just sort of. You can't just full out finish.
Speaking of switching characters in that game, do you notice that the switch animation is like about 100 times slower than they showed in every single demo that they did?
I even tried to
because in the demo it's like tsh, 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 and then it zooms over and then goes tsh, 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 and then you're there. And this it's like tsh, tsh,
I feel like the zoom out's fast. It's like and then it just stays there.
and then it moves and then it goes tsh, tsh.
It does the animation.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay. I don't mind
Well,
it though.
that took 7 minutes.
Yeah, I don't mind that. However, I hate how it's like Google Map and then clicks down and then you see like the buildings kind of like it's like the textures are trying to like load in. You're like, oh god, you probably should have stayed at that Google Map thing for a few seconds.
I actually like how that looks.
But
so.
no, that I don't mind that stuff that much. What I did try, however, is when I had like Michael and let's say Trevor, I was Trevor and I swapped to Michael, and then instantly wanted to switch back to Trevor. He didn't move, like he was still in the same location, but it still went through the whole loading. I was like, okay, fuck. It doesn't like keep it in memory or anything.
I get that they have to load it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Oh yeah.
But don't fucking lie in your press demos. Don't be like, okay, and we're just going.
I think it was just to show the feature and not.
I don't fucking care. I thought it was.
Was that a demo or was that a trailer?
His demo.
Okay, if it was a demo, then that makes sense. If it was a trailer, then I understand it was like going like music
Well,
beats.
yeah, they
like,
obviously don't want to. I don't think they've ever shown the little like.
slowly zoom.
I feel like every time they shown it in a trailer, it was like, like not even the actual.
I
animation.
will say, you guys already clearly know there's missions where it's all three of them doing stuff.
The heists.
The heist and other stuff. Because there's certain missions where it's like, oh, he's in the car with you, you can just swap to him or whatever.
Well, I like that it lets you choose roles in missions
Yeah,
that way.
yeah.
Like, okay, Michael's driving and Franklin's shooting. So
Yeah.
if you switch to Franklin, you're going to be doing like
The shooting while it
a
auto
turret
goes.
type deal.
Yeah.
If you say as Michael, you just keep driving.
For those things, though, that feels really cool. Because it'll just be like it'll just kind of like
Oh yeah, just
zoom
like
Yeah.
switch to their view. Yeah, that's really.
But
cool.
it'll do that in some pretty cool. In some missions, it's scripted. Like you'll kind of do something, and then it'll be like, it takes like the momentum of like, let's say you're like opening a door, it'll like take that and just keep that speed and go like, and like swap to the dude on the other side, like Max Payne sort of like switching. It's like that was fucking great. I don't know who the hell designed that like cinematic switch, but.
I like the little like tiny character things.
Yeah.
When you switch to another person.
Yeah.
Just like Franklin's buying weed, or like actually like from a medicinal marijuana place.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can I spoil?
And then Michael's just like depressed in his car.
Yeah.
Or like.
Or sleeping in it or something.
There was one time I switched to, he was just like hanging out on like a pier, just
Yeah.
like looking out at the water, and that was kind of cool. Did you know if you stand still
Yeah.
and don't do anything, it switches to first person view?
Yeah.
Your guys like starts like looking around.
Yeah.
And it takes all the HUD off.
Yeah. It keeps the map though. I realized it keeps the map on.
Really?
Yeah. I noticed that after a while. So I was going back through one of my recordings, and it was just sort of like it starts rotating as if to like prevent burn-ins, but the map stays there unless it blinks. Like it might at one point go like just to.
Well, because it's supposed to be like what the character's looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can I say what one of the Trevor ones is?
No.
that I've gotten.
No,
Oh man.
I don't care.
They're super random.
Nope.
But we just said the Trevor,
don't
the
give a
Michael, and the
shit.
Franklin ones.
I've heard that. Well, then you'd be spoiling it for us, though.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I've heard that Trevor ones are like you can get into like a police chase. They've
no,
shown
it's
that.
it's nothing.
Like he's just running away from the cops. You
Yeah.
switch to him. It's like, oh fuck.
But I haven't had that. It was just
Okay, this is something I haven't tried because the only time I've gotten chased by cops is during a mission.
yeah,
If you fuck up and get into an accident on your way to a mission,
yeah.
can you just switch out and be like, I don't want to run away from these guys right now?
No, you can't swap during cops. It tells you can't. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I really want to.
That's
Don't.
fine. Tell the Trevor one. I don't.
All right,
Yeah?
all right, whatever. Tell
Okay.
it.
I'm sure I'll see it.
It
like,
just
first
zoomed.
thing.
Yeah. Well, it was my first one. It wasn't the first one for like Jacqueline or anybody I've talked to though. So it's one of random ones. But it zoomed in, and then Trevor was just holding this bum over his head on an overpass, and he's like throws him off, and then and then I just have control. I was just like, what the fuck? It was fantastic. But I thought that was pretty fucking good.
That sounds amazing.
Because I was used to the Michael ones, like, oh, he's in his car. Oh, Franklin's just walking about or doing whatever. Or like stopping a gang fight of like,
Yeah,
just, like
the other guys are doing like kind of serious stuff.
and then Trevor just like,
Trevor is too.
so but I've been swapping to him randomly to see what happens. But since then, he's just been like, I don't know, doing other
Throwing
normal
a
stuff.
bum off an overpass.
And the best part is I have it recorded, so I can show you guys later.
That is honest.
Please, I would like to see that.
That is fucking amazing.
But yeah, it was pretty good. But yeah, no, Grand Theft Auto 5 has been awesome. The app on the it's only on iOS so far. It's not on
I'm really
Android.
glad you told us.
Yeah, I am actually incredibly happy you told us.
But
I'm gonna go home and play like hours of that game just to see that for myself.
do it. But no, the iOS app it's available apparently right now only on iOS, not on Android or BlackBerry
Well, it's
devices.
because it's not. It's an iFruit.
Yeah, it's an iFruit.
So.
It has this cool game that you can play to kind of give stats to Chop,
Chop.
which is Franklin's dog, as well as you can buy
Oh,
like
it's
a
Lamar's
leash.
dog.
Lamar's dog, sorry. You see it as
Also
Franklin.
Lamar.
Usually. Yeah, yeah. But you can change like the collar, which will reflect in games. You can get like a hot pink collar. It seems like you get credits.
Of course you can.
Yeah, but you can get credits in the game, which happen in the iPhone game, which I think is just once you log in, it'll start generating credits over time.
Oh.
There's also mini games you can play, which it's sort of like a backwards ass version of what's that airplane game where you have to tell them where to go?
Flight control.
Flight Control. except for it's like people and like children going towards, like, let's say it's gang members going towards a car, and you are the dog, and you have to drag lines to make them attack all of them. So it's like flight control, except for you're trying to crash all the planes. That sounds horrible.
Men's Room Mayhem. No.
Or yeah, sort of, yeah. So it's just like, oh, you're the dog, go bite everybody.
Played
So
for like an hour. I deleted it. That
I
game
deleted
was
it
really
too.
dumb.
That was pretty bad. It was like a
$1.
Yeah, $1, whatever.
We got some trophies out of it.
Yeah, but no, it's kind of fun.
I'm pretty excited to get this, to be honest with you.
It's good. There's so much shit to do. Like
I was already super pleased with the game, but now that I know that Trevor just randomly fucking murders a homeless person. Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
That's good.
I'm actually fuck yeah.
I'll try to find that for you guys
I'm
later.
just-
If you guys would like me to try to upload that clip of that, like that's the reason I've been recording my entire thing, not to make a let's play of it, but in case some crazy shit happens to the physics. I've also had two cars spawn on top of
like-
each other and just go like. I was like, oh, I don't know where
what
that
I'm
happened.
gonna do? I've got that 3 terabyte hard drive that I'm gonna load into my new PC.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just buy a Black Magic, and every game I ever play, I'm just gonna fucking record
In case shit happens.
in case shit happens.
Buy an Media thing like Riccio has.
How much is
That's what
yeah?
makes it,
How much was
like,
the
better,
Media thing?
Isn't it? The like
150?
HDMI, like
Yeah.
it's about what a Black Magic costs.
Yeah.
How much?
It's like 150, I think,
Oh, that's not bad at all.
or something. Or
I've only
was-
paid $350 for my whole PC so far. So
Gross.
It's good.
But no, there's
Seriously.
Double that to get a graphics card.
but no, it's,
Buy a Titan.
no, the card I'm looking at right now is actually like There's a 770, and there's also
Did you know Steam thinks my GeForce 460 SE is a Titan
really.
when I go to do the like auto update drivers thing?
Really?
I'm like, no, this is not at all.
I don't know. I'm thinking I'm getting. There's a 2 gig card that I was looking at that's pretty reasonable, but then of course there's the other end, which is a 6 gig card that's pretty not reasonable.
I told you just get the 6 gig one, didn't I?
No,
Future proofing.
you're normally the like voice of reason.
Future proofing.
Shit. All right.
Then as long as you don't drunkenly overclock somehow that graphics card, you won't have to buy another one for a really long time.
No. Any hoodles.
So I guess if you think that's still a risk, you get the 3 gig one.
That is a possibility, to be honest with you.
Then 3 gig one it is. There, I just made your decision for you.
Yeah. Instead of breaking a $700 graphics card, I can only break a
There
$350.
you go. That's one free break. Because you would have to spend the extra $350 anyways.
I could pay $350 and then buy $300 worth of liquor.
That's a lot of whores.
How did that? Did they come with the graphics card or the liquor?
Depends on when you do that.
Anyways.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is actually pretty crazy. The driving feels different but good, but weird
I think
but
it feels
good.
the same.
Really?
It's
missing the weight.
The only reason it feels different is because not Xbox.
Yeah, but I also feel like it doesn't feel as weighty for kind of going left and right. However, I feel that you can really get a sense of speed in this one. Like,
Oh yeah, if you hold down that trigger, it's just
you're just
you
like,
are
holy
gone.
fuck.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, it's yeah.
I don't know what the Michael's or Trevor's skill for that matter is. Franklin's is the like slow down car driving time.
Yeah.
But and they show you
Do you
that,
want me-
like whatever like.
Do you want me to
10
tell you what
minutes
they're not?
ago. No, I'll wait till I
Okay.
can see it. I'm
Well,
just saying, I don't
Michael's
even
you should
if
know by now. It should have popped up.
Was it in the first?
It's
mission?
like Max Payne, just like
Was it in the first mission then?
Yeah.
It must have been in the first mission.
I think so. Yeah. It'll pop up again though. It'll pop up constantly. Like every time you get into a firefight mission, it'll be like, oh yeah, if you push those 2 things, you can go into slow motion mode with Michael. It's like okay. Yeah. So I was looking back at it, and it does those pop ups. Sometimes they're like bloop, bloop, like it then change something else that you know. It's like oh, what did that first one say? But at least they pop up more than once because they know that you're gonna maybe miss it, which is good. But yeah. Also, it's super easy to die. Also, where the fuck is the stamina bar?
It's you just have to listen
Yes.
to their breath.
Yeah, okay. Also, they sweat. They
Yeah, I know.
sweat through their. That's cool as shit. That's cool as shit.
That shit was started in Max Payne, man. Max
No, I
Payne
know, but it's like,
prototype.
but it's in this one where, like, mashing the run button.
Yeah, when you start depleting your stamina.
Yeah,
to
but
the
like
point where you're gonna lose
feeling
health.
it yourself, and then you see like the sweats appearing. You're like, man, this is fucking cool.
You just have to listen to them breathing heavily and
Yeah.
then stop sprinting.
Should I talk about my strip club story?
No, that's stupid. That's dumb. That's
Okay.
terrible. It's a terrible story.
Okay. Good.
Such an awkward thing.
Yeah.
Are we done with GTA for now?
Because I mean,
there's nothing-
anything else that Riccio
spoiler.
can talk about is kind of spoilery,
Yeah.
and
All right, and hopefully
I haven't played enough to talk more about it. So
All right, well,
I want to point out one thing, and it's what I'm most excited for from the multiplayer. Driving around the town feels really cool and whatever. It's going to be fun. When you get to the desert area, whenever you're introduced to it, or if ever you just or if ever you just decide to drive out there, the handling that you get and the vehicles you get, like you always get trucks and stuff normally out there, because it's cool when you're in the poor neighborhood. You have like the crappier cars, kind of the faster cars. You're in the downtown area and all that stuff, and in the hills where the rich people are, you get even faster cars, etc. When you're out in the dunes, the physics of like hitting bumps and landing and flipping. Also, when your car's flipped over, you just hit the stick in a direction and it rolls. It doesn't give a fuck about physics.
Oh, good.
It's just like, oh, you're upside down. It's like Halo
put
flipping.
in one good gamey thing.
Yeah.
Just to,
Just
So
keep it a
it
little
literally
bit
makes
gamey.
no sense, but it's great. But no, the driving and the feeling feels like you're playing fucking dirt, and it's amazing. It's like the shocks and everything are feeling good. You can like do cool slides and stuff, especially if you're like on an ATV and all that.
I feel like they've almost made a sim and then jammed a crime story on top of it.
Yeah,
I feel like this game has the best balance between like, for things I won't spoil, Saints Row level craziness,
yeah,
and like GTA 4 level kind of like
yeah.
Gritty.
real gritty story type of thing. And
Yeah.
this somehow strikes a perfect balance. Maybe that's by the virtue of having like the characters, and you kind of split stuff off on them. And
So it's not always focused on one guy doing crazy shit all the time. It's this like diverse.
You
Portfolio.
will,
but
you will.
there is a Michael question mark mission that you will go and do.
Yeah.
And that's the moment when you'll be like, this everything in this game just feels right.
The kids wants me to tell my stripper story thing.
I don't
but
wanna hear this
anyway,
story.
okay, anyway, the characters, the way they're split off is, like you're saying, like they kind of split it between characters. You can almost pick which character you want to play your next mission at. Let's say you load it up and you have one mission as each character. The types of mission you get, you'll know what you're getting into with each character by, like, if you're doing the Trevor missions, more often than not, you're going almost like fucking Saints Row craziness.
Yeah.
Throwing bums off an
Yeah.
overpass.
And if you're going with Michael, it's like you want that, like,
Nico.
cool story, like that sort of, I forget his name. The dude who writes, like, Weeds or, like that super character-driven story.
Well, yeah, it's with his family and
Yeah,
stuff.
and then if you play as Franklin, it's like you're kind of still playing the old Grand Theft Auto games. And I say that because some of the missions you'll get as Franklin as you're going to go on.
well, Franklin
feel-
has that kind of classic Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
story where he's like up and coming.
Yeah,
In the criminal
and you
world.
really do feel
stuff,
that with most
yeah.
of his missions and as it goes on. But that's really cool.
Well, I
So
feel like that's why they do that intro mission,
Yeah.
and then you're in the open world and
Yeah.
you just have Franklin. I think
Yeah.
that's why they do that.
and every
But
character.
I also think that so far, at least, Michael is the most interesting character.
Yeah,
because he's the like retired guy.
I think Michael's the most interesting character so far, but
Trevor brings that good balance.
Trevor brings in that, like, what the fuck are we gonna do next? Or when you're playing, let's say it's Franklin, and you'll do a mission, and you have character to character talking,
Yeah.
and then it's just suddenly you hear Trevor come in, and you're just like, this is about to get fucking insane. What is about to happen? And then you're just, it has like the stupidest hooks because they make Trevor seem so insane that it's like you're on a mission that already seems cool, and then he'll kind of come in and you're like, okay, this is like where they're gonna be like, okay, so Trevor, how the fuck do you want to do this? Because this is clearly gonna go apeshit. But it's good. Anyway, what's crazy is I'm only like 8 hours in. I feel like there's so much story that's already gone by, and it's still crazy. And to know that it's like a 30+ hour game. If you check your stats, I'm at like 19 missions of 61.
Oh my god.
And that's
Wow.
of the main missions. And then it says of those side people missions, because you can keep getting more, I'm at like 4 of 20.
And those fucking
Because there's the intro, and then you get a mission, and that's when
the
it starts
missions
counting.
in this game are longer
Yeah.
than GTA 4 missions.
Yeah.
That
And
should,
it's-
that should be noted. That
it's
there
insane.
are like several tiers in the same mission. Yeah. Oh man.
It's crazy.
It was like a challenge to finish GTA 4 in under 30 hours. That was one of their achievements. Liberty City Minute.
Wasn't it 24 hours?
No, it's 30.
30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Finish Grand Theft Auto 4 in less than 30 hours.
Okay.
That was the challenge. I think my final completion time in Grand Theft Auto 4, because when I realized there was an achievement, I was kind of close to the end, so I just zoomed through, like ignored side stuff, didn't hang out with people.
Yeah.
It was like 34 or something
Yeah.
in GTA 4, but then I still went back after and did a bunch of side stuff. And
I haven't been doing
Got
much
more
side
achievements.
stuff in 5 so far. I've tried tennis.
You know what's
tennis
the
is
best
fun.
about 5?
What?
People not fucking calling you to go
Yeah,
do stuff.
that's pretty good.
That's actually the best part because there's no breakup. You
Have
can
you-
just keep doing what you want to do.
Have you been replying to emails and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because those will progress some random story missions.
Oh, really?
I think they'll trigger some question mark stuff.
I only have like 2 or 3.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But as Michael, the game starts off, you're talking to your psychiatrist.
Square is replying? Is it circle? No, circle's back.
No, it's X.
It is X?
Yeah, you have X.
Square garbage is it then?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, all right.
Like your psychiatrist, from what I hear, is that if you reply to the first email you get from like right at the start of the game,
Yeah.
he'll keep getting emails, and at one point you go meet him again, and he'll talk or do whatever.
I have the go meet the psychiatrist mission already again.
Again, okay. So I just went through Michael's
'Cause
email, and I just did it.
after a mission, like some random mission.
Yeah.
He called him up and was like,
So that's interesting because 8 hours in, I just sent the email to so I was going through my text things like, oh, I didn't email the psychiatrist back. I just did it, and I just got a message back being like, oh, you should probably come see
mine
me
was like
soon.
a voiced phone call.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't get that yet, so I probably have to do a bit more to get that too. I don't know.
I'm more of a drop-in guy.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
But yeah, no. Anyways, I can't wait to see what multiplayer is gonna unlock. That's what I was saying. Whenever you can drive around the dunes, I hope like this game is pretty much gonna become a midnight club. So I think you're gonna be able to be like, okay, point to point racing, go to these things, let's fucking do it. And
Racing's tough.
but it's
From the couple that I've done, I think it's kind of tough. You kind of have to have a flawless run.
if you what I did on my phone is I you can go and you can upgrade your car that you start with is like Michael or whatever. I souped up Michael's car. I also did the same thing to Trevor, but Michael's car is an actual good car. Brought to like max everything that I could get, which is like level 4 to 5 and all this shit. It takes corners like crazy. It'll like fucking when you do the handbrake thing and it's sliding, it feels really good to the point where it's like, man, this with multiplayer.
My special cars are impounded
Yeah, okay,
because
well.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I feel like
I told the story in the car where
yeah, if you leave
if
cars,
I
in the
drove somewhere to a mission
yeah,
and that mission spawns me at a point where that car is 8 steps away and there's a little old lady in
Yeah.
a car 4 steps away, I'll go get in. I'll steal the old lady's car. Right
that stuff
now.
is weird because sometimes you'll leave a car there and it'll just come back to your house. But sometimes if you leave it like weirdly parked or like in
That's like
something,
the
then
bike,
it'll pound
the
it.
bike
Yeah.
that Franklin gets just seems to keep reappearing
Yeah.
at his house,
Um,
even though I leave it all over the city.
yeah.
Like a puppy.
Usually because I hit something and then just go take a car instead of going back to get the bike.
Yeah.
So
So
But,
it's like a puppy, is what you're telling me. It keeps coming back home, no matter where you leave it.
Yeah, but no, it's really cool. I can't wait to see what the multiplayer is going to entail. Considering that apparently what they've said is that you get a whole kind of like character storyline. It's not as crazy as the single player, but your character never talks. But there's like a storyline going on. So what would be cool is because when you get the characters in the single player, they all have stats laid out. I hope that in online it's your own character.
oh, it just all
And
starts
it's
at 0.
Either at 0 or like, super shitty. So that, as you're playing, you get a feeling of progression of like, okay, I'm going to go, we should go do things underwater so that our breath gets better. And you can kind of, your lung capacity gets crazy, or like, hey guys, let's go mountain biking to get our stuff up so we can do like cooler shit. Like that.
I think from what I've seen,
Yeah.
this already seems like a weird, like super RPG hybrid of like a crazy Grand Theft Auto game. And if they're gonna have multiplayer for this, that's gonna be fucking incredible.
But what's crazy is, I don't want to say it's cheap, but when you do like the first heist or whatever in the game, you kind of get like a huge sum of money, which was instantly like, okay, I can go buy my weapons, I can go buy my cars, I can do whatever. I hope in multiplayer that you can do heists, but I hope it's like, I want that sense of progression of like, I want to have a car that I feel is mine, and then you will like, okay, we'll like go rob a bank or something and get like, a bit of money to be like, okay, I'm gonna buy this and start working towards stuff.
Fucking stock market, man.
But
Heard about what that is and what you can do.
No, what can you do?
If you pay attention to some missions that you do,
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
you
good.
can invest. So if you pay attention to what you're doing in missions and who you are robbing and who you are killing, you can invest your stock market money appropriately.
like mid mission,
Really?
and like because you can do it from your phone.
yeah.
And get payouts that way, like invest in companies' competitors or sell your stocks of whatever company you're about to rob, type of thing.
Yeah.
And that's fucking nuts.
That is pretty fucking
Really
nuts.
Although I don't think I'm going to do any of it because I don't want to pay attention that much.
But
This is my like veg out, just like just go play.
we're
this.
being asked if the car horns sound from 3 or Vice City or to anyone. Oh, they sound like 3 or Vice City to anyone else. The custom one you can do are really shitty. I don't know. They're just kind of like
The what?
the custom horns you can get.
Oh, I haven't even.
It's weird. I don't know. They just sort of sound. Bleh.
I'm not gonna have a car ever to customize.
I want to say that
the closest one is mine.
But no, I want to say that in GTA 5 the world feels way more alive than Grand Theft Auto 4, because like in 4 you'd kind of drive a lot and then you get out of your car and you're suddenly like, there's nobody around. Like, what the fuck is happening? In this, there's like always shit happening. And it's kind of crazy how
so
they
far
keep that
from
up.
like even when I end up in like deserted mission areas,
Yeah, there's always stuff.
there's never been
somehow.
a point where it's like, okay, now I have to call a taxi and it's glitched and it's not coming because there's nothing fucking
Yeah.
around here. There's always been something.
And I've
Or
never...
people around or cars driving by.
I haven't had that thing where like you see like an Infernus. The Infernus are still in this. You pick it up.
All their
I've been-
furnaces.
I
Yeah.
have not seen that.
Oh, wow.
I've been like zooming by and I'm just like, man, I haven't seen shit. Like you'll maybe see like another one randomly, but it's not like there's just 6 or 7 of them everywhere now.
I tried to shoot a guy out of Infernus to get it,
Yeah?
and I was using a shotgun and I blew it up. So I haven't driven an Infernus in this game.
Oh, damn. But yeah, no, good stuff.
That makes me sad because that was my favorite car.
But yeah, no, it's good. Grand Theft Auto 5 is fantastic.
There's like the only kind of like random Red Dead style like side mission thing
Yeah.
that I've done is like some guy stole a girl's purse. And I was in the car when this happened.
Yeah, same.
So I just swerved right and ran him down.
Same.
And then picked up the purse and gave it back to the lady. She was
Good.
like, oh, thank you.
That was
fucking murdered that
literally
fool.
the same thing. It's driving down the street and it's like it blips on the mini map and it's like, hey, can do some nice things. And I see the dot moving and I'm just like, by the time I read the like fucking little hint, I'm just like, just
Yeah.
hit him. All right, done.
I hit him, and then Liz has been watching me play
Yeah.
while I'm playing. I hit him, and then because I don't like walking around a lot in that game, I drove up further
Yeah.
and like ran over him a little bit, and then got out of the car so that I would get out like right on top of the purse.
Yeah.
And then I got back in the car and ran him over again. She's like, "Man, when you play GTA, you really play GTA."
Oh man, I'm actually super excited for this.
Yeah,
this
it's
game
good.
now.
And the multiplayer is going to open up on October 1st, I believe, still. So
I thought it was the 8th, but anyways,
the 8th, 1st or 8th, 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now.
All right, let's roll out some news.
All right, let's do it. Hey, do you guys like that State of Decay on the consoles?
Coming
360
Steam Early Access, right? Right? Is that what
tomorrow
you're gonna say?
or today, while you're listening to this on Friday, September 20th.
Cobain's.
It'll be $20. It'll pretty much be the console version without any PC keyboard prompts and all that shit. But it'll be slowly patched in because apparently they're just putting it out so you can play it, and then just over the coming weeks they'll be like, "Okay, that's in. Texture is better, controls are better. Let's go." So that's pretty cool. You can
Neat.
buy into it for $20.
I like that it's coming to. I like that a lot of 360 games are coming to PC now.
Yeah.
quickly.
I'm gonna leave that till later.
Just cross your fingers for Battle Block Leader. Which means Stu are slowly working our way through. That game gets fucking real fucking hard
Really?
in the last
I really
2
like that
worlds.
game.
Damn.
Like there's 8 worlds.
Okay.
We're on 7.
Oh wow.
Where before previously, like while I was hanging out with him, we'd clear like entire
Parts.
fucking worlds
Yeah.
and get to the next like 1 and 2 was one night, 3 and 4 was another, 5 was another, 6 was another. Now it's like we're lucky if we clear like a set of 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's intense.
Anyways, the Day 9 game that they're going to make with HTML5, they've officially announced it as Project Atlas, which is going to be a hardcore RTS for browser games. It seems like you can easily edit levels and do all that crazy stuff. Just do changes really quick, make maps really easily, and publish the game or the changes super fast to the browser. Man, I'm just excited to see if they can get something as crazy as like StarCraft, let's say, like tightness of whatever.
Controls and
Not controls, but like the balance.
Yep.
And have it be in a browser that with Day 9 kind of behind it, hopefully
Well,
making it.
we don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I like to speculate that he's the balance guy.
Yeah, but if he's the balance guy, if they can change things that fast, where everyone's playing on the same browser thing, where they're like, yeah, that feels really fucked up, just push the change out, that'd be pretty cool.
yeah, it would be really cool.
But yeah, it seems really neat. Project Atlas. Dota 2 has gotten a big patch called the First Blood update. They've added land play, which is crazy to some people, as well as some portal stuff, some new chests, and a shit ton of changes.
Wow, holy shit.
It's kind of intense. Kind of neat.
Does it make me better at the game?
No,
Okay then.
it won't.
It's okay, Dan. Someday
I'm
there'll
bad
be,
at it.
there'll be a Jesus patch. Just all it says in the patch notes is Dan is better.
Dan is allowed to play Skeleton King the way he wants to and not be yelled at. Anyways.
Hey, how about those sales? Grand Theft Auto 5 sold $800 million worth of copies in the first day.
That's fucking insane.
That was multiple days ago. By the time you hear this,
It's Tuesday.
so 3 days. By the time you guys hear this,
And you know,
who knows what they're at
I
now.
believe it because that is the most packed midnight launch I have been to since Modern Warfare 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was about 300 people.
Holy
At the
shit.
Tiny. Didn't you see the picture that I sent?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
I was about 150th in line, so I was about halfway up,
Wow.
and it took me 40 minutes to get through the line to get my game.
Wow,
Jesus.
damn. But you know
Doesn't
what?
help that EB's kind of crappy about that, but
You know what I'm happy about for Grand Theft Auto, and it sounds really dumb, but I'm kind of happy that it's so broad of a game for like everybody seems to pick it up. That even people that
me being in that midnight launch line made me realize that like this game is kind of transcends video gaming because it's just like quote unquote normal people
yeah
that are just
Picking it up.
The new Grand Theft Auto, we gotta play that.
It's like, it's that
I have not bought a game since Call of Duty 4.
yeah
Yeah, it's that blockbuster movie that you may not like that series, but you're gonna go see. It's like the Avengers. Like, comic book nerds really liked it, but everybody else really liked it too. And Grand Theft Auto it ties into that hardcore market, I guess, quote unquote hardcore market, and the gamer market. But everybody else who also has that console as well, who plays maybe casually, went out and bought it. Like,
Also, people
everybody is
also
playing it.
people that think that Tomb Raider was the worst game ever made.
yeah.
This year's Tomb Raider. I have fucking terrible stories from that midnight launch.
They were
Ridiculous shit.
This
Apparently, Saints Row 4 is the worst game that some guy played all year.
Well,
He traded it in to pre-order Grand Theft Auto 5.
I won't lie, I didn't really like Saints Row 4 that much. I enjoyed it, but
Was it the worst thing you've played all year?
not the worst, but it wasn't anywhere
But
near
my
as good.
speculation on that is that probably the only game that guy's played all year.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, but no, there was one tweet that I heard from Manveer here. I can never say his name properly. I forget exactly what it was, so I'll paraphrase. But it was like, as much as we play games a lot, so it kind of feels like it's something that everybody does. People that we talk to, people that we'll meet.
Yeah.
It seems like gaming's everywhere. But he said it's because we're such like close knit and like that's all we see.
It's hard to look out.
Yeah, it's hard to look out and realize that gaming isn't still like everywhere. And he was comparing it to be like you can probably look at everybody you know and not be able to find somebody who never watches a movie or like never goes to the theater and sees like a blockbuster movie. But it's really easy to pick out of everybody that you know somebody who has never played a game or doesn't play games. Like even whether it's your family members or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's kind of crazy.
Fuck,
Like
I've never thought of that before. Like, because I'm always surrounded by people who talk video games, who know video games, who understand video games. That for me, it's just like my girlfriend is kind of an outsider to this because she doesn't play video games.
Yeah.
She watches me play video games, but she doesn't, and it just never clued to me because I just it's always around me all the time.
Yeah.
That's
You just assume.
Yeah,
everyone I know plays video games, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, that my mind's just kind of blown right now.
yeah, he sounds
I
like
just
wow,
need to-
this is crazy.
Well, being at that midnight launch was like this
Revolutionary?
it was this like awakening for me, being like, people don't play video games like we do.
Wow, fuck.
Just like the biggest midnight launch I've seen in like 5 years, and only the 10 front people are the fucking real nerds here.
Yeah.
And me, but
Yeah.
That's because you live beside the fucking EB game.
and showed up 20 to midnight. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know.
the very first guy in line was like a nerdy looking dude, and he was
But
great.
you know what?
Buying a collector's edition, good for him.
It's not a bad thing.
No, it's not, but it just seems it's crazy that
Like everything that, if you think of like what our day-to-day lives do, like we're looking at like Reddit gaming, we're like so invested into learning like the news of the shit, and to like a large group of people out there, like not that don't give a fuck. It's just like that's not even
That's not on the radar. That doesn't fucking matter.
exist.
video games.
Yeah.
They could legit
It's like, wow.
They could give two fucks about it.
their interaction with video games is the new Call of Duty every year, and then holy fuck, a new Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Let's go get that. We're up at midnight anyways because we go to parties and do cool people things. So let's just
Someday I'll
take
be cool.
5 minutes out and go to this midnight launch thing.
But anyways, I thought that was pretty crazy.
Like you're a little bitter about that party and cool things.
Well, no, I'm bitter about just the tons of... The entire way that midnight launch was handled was very poor.
It's too bad.
Standing people outside sucked for everyone that didn't like smoking or doing drugs. So me.
Yeah.
You can do both.
People in that line.
No. Fair enough.
I didn't like one bit of that. Once we got inside, I was like, oh, fucking thank God.
They still start like
security
lighting
right
up
here.
inside. You're like, excuse me. EB guys
Also the dumb conversations that they were all having. Just, yes, I know they are not part of my gamer demographic, but god damn, shut the fuck up.
It's like when you...
Some dude was talking about how he robbed someone to get the money to buy this. No fucking joke. I was texting that night. You didn't read any of this, did you?
No.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's crazy. People out there.
This giant general populace of fucking crazy people that I would rather not interact or know that exist at that midnight launch.
Yeah.
Do you have your wallet still? Did someone take your kidney?
I was wearing my winter coat because it was fucking cold out.
Yeah.
And I put my wallet in my inside pocket.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Fuck.
Anyways,
It was not a pleasant experience, but I got Grand Theft Auto at midnight and stayed up till 1:30 playing
Man,
for
I haven't done
30 minutes and then passed out and then was half an hour late for work in the morning. So,
cool.
Oof.
yay.
I have not done a midnight launch in a while.
It's been crazy with the consoles.
Well, I also realized that other than going to get the consoles or going to get the PS4, this is my last midnight launch because I'm 100% digital after this.
Yeah, holy shit.
Midnight launches could be in your living room, casted.
Fuck.
Anyways,
hit me.
moving on to news.
No more going to stores.
This is the best moment.
Unless you get some really good sales like I did.
I don't have to deal with fucking sarcastic. Okay, one other thing.
Yeah.
They split the EB split the people into two lines. People that had pre-validated or whatever, they're like paid up. But then while they were splitting the lines, they didn't do a good job of like explaining that just because you paid up the full amount, that wasn't pre-validating. Now I understood that because I buy fucking video games all the time.
Yeah.
But this general populace that was here to get Grand Theft Auto 5 did not understand that. So there was dozens of people that were in like, yeah, I paid up line, and then they get to the cash, and then the EB guy would just be like, this isn't pre-validated, go get back in line.
Wow, that's really poorly handled.
And no one got stabbed.
The zero effort on the EB guy's part for rectifying their mistake is unbelievable.
Wow.
Like the service level there is fucking ridiculous. Also, the guy servicing the like pre-validated line, the not pre-validated line, sorry. So just the regular people who
Yeah.
pre-orders line that I was in. He was, I guess, trying to seem like a smart guy. You know, like we read gaming news.
Yeah.
And, you know, we read about that thing like don't install your Xbox disc.
Yeah.
Right? Beforehand.
Yeah.
He's trying to seem like a smart dude, telling people, giving them this warning. Other dude's not doing it because he probably didn't read this news that morning. He's trying to tell everyone, but because he's talking to this general populace people and the people that haven't pre-validated type of thing, he'd have to get into like, he'd say like, don't install it to your Xbox drive. And people would be like, you can install games? And he'd just explain what an install process is. And he's just... For the amount of video games that EB sells, I am incredibly surprised that their staff do not know how to fucking handle a midnight launch.
Yeah.
You know, when I worked at Future Shop, it was just, these people fucking know what they want. They want in and out of here. They want to take their game home. They want to play it. That's what we do. We just process them. It's done. Get your game. Get out of here. That's what you want.
Yep.
EB needs to
streamline that
shit. I'm
shit.
so fucking glad that the last thing I ever buy from them will be a PS4.
Yeah.
Man, I should have just ordered mine on Amazon.
And yes, I'm sure I'm generalizing, and I'm sure there are some good EB games out there, but every single one I've been to is fucked up in this way. So I'd like to see some exceptions, please.
Jeez.
Shout out to the Maryvale EB for being super fantastic for the years that I've shopped there. I got to know those people and play them online. It was cool.
All right, what's
Never
next?
shopped there.
Really? They were pretty sweet. Never mind.
I knew my midnight release place was actually the Source, because our Source was down the road, about a 15-minute walk from my house.
Mhm.
And the owner of the Source was a guy who was probably, I was in high school at the time, so he might have been 25, maybe 26. And I got, for the Halo 3 release,
So it's such a small store, so he's probably just like, man.
well, there was probably like maybe like 50, 60 people like chilling out. And these were the hardcore ones. There were no like people who didn't know what they wanted. They knew exactly what they wanted. People had brought TVs and Xboxes to play the game, like play Halo 2 up front, away, like before you went in. So it was just really nice because he opened the store up at like 10 and everybody was just hanging out. Somebody ordered pizza for everyone, and it was just like, it turned into a LAN party as opposed to a midnight release. And then 12 o'clock rolled around and he just opened up a till and everybody bought their game and hung out for 2 hours playing the game. That was it.
I think the one at the Maryville, I don't remember what I went to go pick up, but somebody either from the EB baked cupcakes and was just fucking handing out food. Crazy. Everybody be like, here, sweet, enjoy this game, enjoy this fucking massive cupcake thing. Like, or it wasn't cake, it was a fucking muffin.
I have never been to a good midnight release.
Really?
That I haven't worked.
Really?
Because
Halo 3 one.
The one that I stopped working was the one where it all went kind of shitty. And they stopped letting people into the store early.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone had to wait outside. And it was just...
Man, mine would have to
I know
be
because I was there getting the game, and I had an equally shitty experience
doing
that.
Okay.
It was,
No, the Halo 3 one was definitely
midnight launches are bad.
the best.
And I feel like people should stop going to them or something.
Just fucking wait
Because
until
fuck
8.
those stores. Get those stores to get their shit together. Don't just keep giving in your money.
Yeah.
I've had really good midnight launches though. So far.
I've had
but yeah,
2 good midnight launches. That was it.
I can't think I can count a bad one so far.
I have 2 good ones. They're the ones I worked. So StarCraft 2 and Modern Warfare 2.
I think the reason I've enjoyed all mine is I've always went with buddies or a buddy.
Even when I went with friends.
Really?
Still
Okay.
bad.
Cool. Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to new stuff. Grand Theft Auto 5 may have sold 800 million in one day. However,
Oh, yeah.
Monster Hunter 4 did the same thing, and in the second day is now at 1.7 million, and that's only in Japan. Also, only on the 3DS, and that was on the second day of release. And I
1.7
don't
billion?
know million, and I have no idea.
See, Grand Theft Auto has almost topped
is
a
on that?
billion. 800 million.
Oh yeah, sorry. They're at, yeah, sorry. You're right. It's
I was like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
I fucked that up. Sorry.
So they've sold 1.7 billion.
I think no. Sorry. Okay, so that's how much money they made. They sold 1.7 million copies.
Okay.
So actually, you know what? I don't know what that actually.
That's probably a lot more than 1.7 million.
Yeah.
You can do math.
I don't know.
Games cost $60.
Yeah, but I don't know what that is in Japanese to go. Anyway, point is, just a lot of shit.
I was gonna.
selling.
Well, you have the copies of Monster Hunter, right?
No, I don't know where that is. I'd have it somewhere.
No, but was it 1 point
I think it was 1.7 million.
copies?
I think
or
so.
dollars?
I don't know. Now you've lost me. If it was dollars, that's garbage.
That's shit. That's like
That's
that's like 100,000
No,
copies.
but anyways, all right. So apparently, we're being told Grand Theft Auto 5 had 1 billion in pre-orders. So holy crap! Also, Louis also mentioned that he was dragged to a Beatles rock band midnight release. I believe I went to one of those as well, and that was pretty cool.
Nice.
With my brother, and we came back to play Beatles all night. It's pretty cool. Anyway, for those of you like we were talking about with the Grand Theft Auto 5 release, not to install the 360 copy to the hard drive, you can do it to USB stick, and it'll still be okay. The PSN people who have been downloading the downloadable version are stuck with having the game and the installable portion also on the same hard drive, which has been causing texture pop in and all this craziness.
The same problem.
The same problem as the Xbox 360 has been having. So maybe if you're going to go get Grand Theft Auto 5, don't get the digital version, as well as Sony is looking into this to see if there's a way they can fix it or do something about it. Yeah. There's that. Hey, Gravity Rush 2 got announced.
I'm sorry. I just need to say again, it is refreshing to know that I never have to set foot in a games retail store ever again.
I don't know. I'm happy, but I'm kind of like down at the same time.
I like midnight launches. They're lots of fun.
I have hated every single one, as you've just found out.
Yeah. Anyways, Gravity Rush 2? Gravity Rush?
Gravity Days.
Well, yeah, Gravity Rush 2. Gravity Rush 2 has been announced. It was shown at TGS.
It's right there, only in English. Gravity Days.
Okay,
PS Vita.
Gravity Days. Is out at some point on the Vita or something.
Yeah, just a little teaser.
Yeah, it's a teaser.
Like, hey, we're doing this.
Looks pretty cool. I'm noticing here in the middle is Japanese. It says PC for some reason.
Maybe because that trailer was rendered on PC or something, because it looked way better than
Probably.
My nose is itchy.
Vita did.
Yeah, possibly. Hey, that's crazy. Hey, you know what we were talking about last week? How the PS4 was like, hey, you can't do HDMI because HDCP? Somebody's like,
Yeah, they said we're going to...
fuck it, we allow it, so whatever. I think what's going to happen is when you're playing games, it's going to like disable the HDCP properly or something. Point is, them giving the go-ahead means that if ever you have something that bypasses HDCP and you're just recording game footage, probably going to be okay anyway. Boom.
So we're fine.
We're fine.
Either way, we were fine.
We're fine. Hey, we were talking about Monster Hunter. I should have mentioned it. If you guys have a 3DS or a Wii U and you don't yet have Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
3 Ultimate.
3 Ultimate. It's 50% off right now for the downloadable version. Go get it.
And I guess that means I'm buying a 3DS version because I have a 3DS now.
Yeah, so the 3DS version is $20, and I'm guessing the Wii U version will be $29 or $27.
Is Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate the most accessible Monster Hunter?
Successful?
Accessible.
Oh, accessible? For now, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take so, yeah.
Cool.
Especially because the single player is actually toned down monster, so it's a lot easier to beat, and you can kind of go through it to get your stuff up to go into multiplayer and be good to go.
Okay.
So is that. Yeah, so it's 50%
But is
off.
there a decent tutorial? Did you feel like you needed to go online and read guides or ask a lot of questions outside of the game to learn?
For some things, but it's like, let's say you kill a monster and you get like it's like a Jaggy, which is the name of the monster, and then it's like, oh, you keep upgrading your weapon, and suddenly it's like, hey, you need a Jaggy plus bone, and you're just like,
What is that?
the fuck is that thing? So I had to do some research, and it's like, okay, no, whenever you beat
Okay,
like this
I'm-
part of
I'm-
the single player,
but
then
see,
you
I'm
get
talking about like
no, it'll tell you how to
mechanics.
craft, it'll tell you how to get the
Okay,
stuff,
alright.
it'll tell you
It's not even you.
yeah.
It's not here you go.
Yeah.
Have fun.
And-
It still has the meat turning thing, and then
Yeah,
pressing
and
those.
it's
Okay,
still
good.
honestly, it's still really easy for it to like it. It sounds like it's really complicated, but when you get into it, you're like, oh, these are the systems. Like that's fucking it. It sounds way more like it's as if everybody's telling you that it's super complicated, as like is expecting that you've never played a game before. But you having played like RPGs and shit,
Oh, I'll be fine.
you're good.
Cool. Because the only Monster Hunter I've ever played is the PSP something
Yeah,
demo.
sure. Yeah,
Whatever the PSP one was. I think there were several PSP ones.
yeah. The demos for these two games, by the way, if you were to download them and play them, they're pretty much garbage because they just throw you into a mission. They're like,
Oh.
why don't you fight this thing? And yeah, it's really weird. So, highly recommend getting those games. If you buy the 3DS version, you cannot play online unless you have the Wii U version. Wii U version just has online everything. So, good stuff. Yeah. Okay. So this is something weird. There's been a lot of weird TGS stuff
What?
for Sony.
Why don't I believe that? What?
So what they showed is that the iPhone or Android app or whatever app for your mobile device for the PlayStation 4 will allow you to have, let's say you had like on your PS3 a PlayStation mobile game.
Yep.
You could go on your phone and then be like, hey, I remember that I bought this game. Hit connect to PS4, and it either streams the playing of it to you or streams like the file so you can play it on your phone.
What?
So it's almost like having like, hey, I have an app store, but I also have access to the PSN PS4 store to put apps on my phone. Or it's, I don't know, it's weird.
Some crazy ass shit.
Some crazy shit. Also on your mobile phone, you can use it as a second screen. That I think it can either mirror or have the extra stuff on it, as well as you can also, they said from the weird fucking translation that was going on. Okay, also, okay, anyways, I'll finish this. The translation was horrible, kind of. But they said that you can use your iPhone screen or your whatever screen or your tablet screen as a second controller to control some stuff. Whether it's UI or something, it can do something. That's what I was able to get from the translation. However, it was an hour-long presentation. They had to swap three different translators because the first one was garbage and was not making, like, he was like Google Translate on autopilot, just like fucking the English word, yes, but it wasn't a sentence, and it was just like the weirdest thing to listen to. Like it was like you tried your hardest to piece it together, but it was just giving you a headache. So it was like PlayStation game playing good connection. Tonight, online network, going, buying, November. It's, what the fuck are you, like, you had no idea what the hell was actually being told to you.
That's
And it was
too
like,
bad.
oh God. And then you had, like, they swapped to this girl who, you know, whenever we talk, we go like, imagine that, but hyperspeed after every word and in the middle of some words. So it's like, the PlayStation on the November. It was weird because it was funny to listen to because you're like, wow, she's saying a lot, but it was also like this. You couldn't look away because she was able to put in the middle of a sentence without fucking up the sentence, like the word, or just putting it in the middle of a word without fucking up the word and have it just still flow and just going for it. And you're like, this is the craziest shit I've ever heard.
I really want to find a clip
And
of
then
that now.
it sounded like she had like some cold going on because she started going like, so they swap her out to another person who had it going good and was like, you know, it made sense. But then I don't know what happened to them because it sounded like their mouth started filling with water. So it swapped back to the girl. So you're just listening to this conference and you're so zoned into the the translator swapping that I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck this conference just said to me. And I didn't understand the first half.
Meta watch that.
But it's not. I don't know. It was really funny to watch, but
Yeah, I remember getting your text and being like, guys,
Is anyone watching this right now?
this is like a train wreck. Just because the first guy who they kept for way too long, it was like. Also, the my favorite was the translating of camera change. They had Yoshida playing something on his phone to show the remote capabilities, and then it swapped to like the fucking zoom out thing, and the translator said change camera for some reason. It was so good. Also, they were showing a trailer for a game. I don't remember what it was. I'm like, hey, well, at least it's a super locked in screen. They're not going to zoom out. And then it goes, it just shows like the crowd. I'm like, God damn it.
whoever the fuck plans at those conferences when there's really good gameplay being shown on the screen.
It was a rehashed trailer, to be
Oh,
honest,
okay.
but
All right.
there was nothing really too.
Don't fucking pan to the crowd, which drives me nuts.
There wasn't too much crazy stuff they were showing at that TGS thingy, but it was pretty cool to watch. It was just funny to listen to the translators. It was pretty good. But I'm gonna go to the stuff here. I thought there was some more PS4 stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna keep going with whatever the hell I have. Dark Souls 2 has an official release date now for the PS3 and 360 on March 11th. I'm hoping that means also the PC version. Oh, okay. It says PC version is due shortly thereafter, so hopefully not too late after. But the PC version is the one.
Oh, it's on March 11th, 2017.
That'd be crappy. That'd be super crappy. Anyways, yeah, cool for release date on that. They also put out a new trailer, which is literally the same trailer with about 10 seconds of extra footage of fighting, and it looks cool, and the music's kind of cool. It's really great. For those of you thinking of upgrading to PS4, but you're going to be hanging on to your PS3 up to the last minute, and you're like, hey, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty Ghosts, Watch Dogs, and Battlefield 4 are coming out before the PS4 is launched, but I want to buy them on the PS3 to get my stats up in multiplayer or play part of the game or what have you.
3 of those games are 3 of the 4 launch games. I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly. So what you can do is you can buy the PS3 versions of them.
Mhm.
I don't know how it works. They were saying that,
I read up a bunch on this.
but
Can I tell you how it works?
well, I know
Yes.
there was the Call of Duty one that they were talking about, where if you had like they had per store thing where you had to go bring it back, and they'd give you like some weird coupon to buy it back for Call of Duty Ghost. It was
The PS3
But-
copies come with a code that you
With a-
redeem on the PlayStation Store, and that entitles you to purchase the discounted
download version. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
download version.
Perfect.
For $9.
However,
Till December
if you
30th.
do that off a disc version,
Yeah.
you need to have the PS3 disc in your PS4 to play the PS4 download version.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, but if you buy it digitally, just when you get a PS4,
Yeah.
it'll just be marked down on your account. You just buy.
Well,
the $10
confirmed
version.
then that you can put a PS3 disc into your PS4. Because if you put a 360 disc in your PS3, wow, that thing is not coming out.
Really?
Just FYI, apparently. Yeah.
Did you try it?
No, I've just heard weird shit online about it.
All right.
Don't do it. Don't try it with mine. Yeah, so that's pretty cool then. $10 to upgrade is pretty sweet. I heard that this is only going on for a little bit.
Yeah, there's
Till December or
deadlines
something?
for
It's
it.
supposed to be like launch window stuff.
Yeah,
that-
so-
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I found that weird how you have to have the PS3 disc.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Kind of cool, actually, though.
Makes sense, but that's kind of cool. Though it sucks because that totally ruins the whole part of your digital version. But
You did, to be fair,
$10.
buy a physical copy, so keep using your physical copy.
that'd be almost great for the deal I'm getting, where I'm getting stuff for like $30 because then I can get both of them, except for I don't think I'm gonna play them on the PS3 anyway, so I'll just wait for the PS4 version on stuff. Anyway, what'd you say?
They announced that for Xbox as well.
Yeah.
But so far on Xbox, they've only confirmed Ghosts and Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
And they haven't announced how it's going to work.
Hopefully they get their shit together.
So
I'm sure it'll be the same stuff, pretty much.
Most likely.
Anyway, hey, do you guys like that SimCity game that I shit on for a while back then? Hey, they're coming out with an expansion called Cities of the Future.
actually looked really cool.
It looks super cool.
Because of Mega Towers.
I really hope that they went into the future and worked in those mega towers to fix the bugs, and they're going to bring that fucking patch to us in the past. Now. That game is apparently still super broken. The Mac version just came out, and that was super broken as well, from what I'm hearing. Not from hands-on, so I don't know. Could be talking shit. I'm sorry. This DLC hopefully will come bundled with a ton of fixes. They did say that you can still play with people from the old cities. All you have to do is plop down a building, and then you get like the future-looking stuff and all the research. So that's kind of cool.
Mega Towers, dude.
Yeah, but however,
putting residential and commercial inside the same tower and
Yep.
stuff.
however, they mentioned that you don't.
Blade Runner is what they said.
Yeah, Blade Runner-esque buildings.
Yeah, but what they said is that, however, they will not be adding. They'll be adding a few more plots, but not new maps. And
Didn't they say 3 like Paradise Island theme ones?
yeah,
They said in the
yeah,
trailer?
and but they didn't mention. They said that they're not going to be expanding the plots. I think is what they said. So
Yeah, they said they're adding 3 new maps. I think is
Yeah.
what they said.
yeah.
All with the Paradise theme.
So the fact that it's all small plots of towns seems kind of weird, but
Whatever, you can have Mega Towers.
just whatever. Probably won't buy it.
All Mega Towers.
I probably won't buy it. Damn it! I forgot to look at this. There's a
What is this?
there's a free-to-play sort of Monster Hunter game that exists in
That's the
Japan.
weirdest sound.
People are probably freaking the fuck out about this.
Monster Hunter Frontier G, which is the PC version of Monster Hunter, which is apparently playable in Japan. If I remember correctly, I could be totally wrong here. There'll be a PS3 version and a Vita version. But it's weird because the way it worked is that there's like 3 different worlds, and they're saying that world A and B of that Monster Hunter Frontier G is playable on PS3 and Vita, but world C is only for PS3. So I don't know if that's like server for people playing together or if there's actual different content. I didn't read enough on it about it, but it's the main thing that I want to talk about is that Monster Hunter is coming to the PS3 and Vita. So I'm hoping that means in the future they'll also target some Sony / the Vita for.
Am I sure I want to buy this Monster Hunter 3?
This is not announced ever for fucking US so far, and G never even fucking came to the US. So
Just buy Japanese Vita then. What do you think of that?
yeah, you probably could, but they have. Oh, Capcom. Yeah, it said it had no plans to Vita, but they've changed their mind, obviously. But no, so yeah, Japan. I don't forget what they said. There's something that I've wanted to say, but I forget. Yeah, so some point later in 2014, it'll possibly come out to Japan.
Okay.
So yeah.
I like Vita news.
Yeah. PS3, Gaikai streaming to PS4, they announced is going to be available next year. They just said at some point, but now they've kind of pinned it down to, hey, next year sometime.
Oh, it'll be right alongside that Terraria update.
Yeah. On first of every month.
Yep.
Actually, that Terraria update looks fantastic. They put out a really cool trailer for it, and
On track for October 1st?
yeah, it seems like they're actually going to hit it, which makes me happy. Yeah. So we talked last week about the Diablo 3 auction house going down. Or did we? Was that last week?
No.
Okay, well.
That was like 2 days ago.
I forgot. Well, there's a second part to the... Anyway, so Diablo 3's auction house is being taken down on March something. 16th? 13th? Something? 2014? Oh, they don't have the date in this. Anyways, the auction house is going down in March 2014 for Diablo 3. However, with the auction house gone, they're not introducing Loot 2.0 until the next expansion, which is Reaper of Souls.
Yep.
Which I'm hoping is meaning that Reaper of Souls is going to come out in March, because if they take down the auction house and the loot's still fucking garbage, that game pretty much becomes unplayable until the expansion comes out if you're starting new. Because you'll get loot drops that are going to be super garbage for your character, and the way the difficulties... Actually, I don't know if the difficulties are super easy now. I'm pretty sure they are, but I don't know. I feel like it'd be super shitty to not be able to get good loot and not be able to go and buy it on the auction house.
They also said they weren't going to add a single player
Yeah.
like offline mode.
That's what I was going to say
Like,
for this.
nope, we're not doing that.
Still staying online only. So I think actually from what I'm hearing is that Diablo 3 it's supposed to come out for the PS4, right?
Yep.
360?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
This is 360, Xbox One, PS4. I might buy a PS4 copy of it.
Apparently, it's really good on consoles.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. But I don't want to buy the PS3 one right now because the PS4 feels so close. So we'll see.
I'm going to get an Xbox One and split it with Stuart. We're gonna play it.
Let me know how that is.
That's after we're done Battle Block, though. So in like a year, we'll do that.
Okay. Back to some random TGS stuff. Yoshida was terribly translated. Someone was asking if they heard it correctly. Yoshida said that she'll be able to use the PlayStation camera eye thing for the PS4 to actually do voice commands. And you could also turn on your PlayStation 4 with it.
Oh.
Apparently, yeah. So,
PlayStation knack start.
yeah.
That's how you start knack.
Hey, they also there's this Nintendo Direct thing that happened. I didn't follow enough about it, but there's a Wii Fit thing coming out that also comes with a little kind of thing that I think you can carry on you to make it count your steps throughout the day or something crazy.
Oh, a pedometer?
Yeah, but it also had some like your Me on it and some other stats and all this stuff. That was for the
like that Pokemon thing.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like the Wii Fit U special stuff, but they also put out something for the balance board, which is also just still the normal Wii balance board. That is going to connect with Street View for the for Google Street View for the 3DS, not the 3DS, for the Wii U looking around. Hey, I'm here.
That's what that was?
You can just stand
I thought
on
it
it.
was something totally separate.
No, yeah, that's something separate. But now they're gonna have the Wii Fit balance board where you can stand on it and pretend to step on it and then walk forward as you go through, so you can walk through like the world. Kind of nifty, also super nifty. I don't know. I think that's cool as shit, but I will never use it.
Yeah, it just seems kind of pointless.
It's also pretty cool. PS4 is going to be launching. I know in Japan they said February 22nd.
Yes, that was announced this week.
Yeah, but in every other place they said, where was it? There's a list. There was Southeast Asian territories, including Hong Kong, Malaysia, Taiwan, Korea, and Singapore, will be getting it in December of this year. So that's pretty cool. Sega has officially bought Atlas.
Really?
Which everyone's getting sad about that because that means that many things such as Persona 5
could never come to North America.
Yeah. Makes me sad. I'm hoping Sega's going to put out some sort of press release that's just like, we'll do it. We'll let Atlas do whatever the fuck they want. We just own them now. Bring on the money.
Do you remember that whole thing with Platinum Games and Anarchy Reigns?
Yeah.
How they were just like being all fucking sarcastic to Sega and like,
yeah.
It's ready, it's out, it's done, it's up to fucking them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess so.
I want to play that game again.
It's pretty cool. It's only like $20 now.
I still have my Japanese copy.
Nice.
Well, when it launched here, stores got like a copy and it was like $30.
And in our
It's really sad.
we have two final pieces of news. One of them, for those of you as addicted to Counter-Strike CSGO as I was in the past week, although I've stopped recently because there's just so much shit that I'm playing.
Eve.
Yeah.
Big multiplayer online. It's your own damn fault. I didn't touch anything.
What the
I didn't
fuck
touch
was
it.
that?
I don't know what it was. My controller. Counter-Strike Global Offensive has got its Operation Bravo DLC map pack thing, which similar to Operation Payback, where they let people buy to help give money to people who've made custom maps and all that stuff, so that you could play them on community servers, and the money went to the people who created the maps. They're doing Operation Bravo, which is going to introduce, what is it? Casual deathmatch and competitive mode maps. It's 8 maps. So we got Agency, Ali, that's ALI, Cache, Chinatown, Gwalior, GWALIOR, Ruin, Seaside, and Siege, or Siege. It's a $6 pass you can get to play those maps early from now till January 20th, as well as having that pass entitles you to.
Are they going to be free when they come out?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
However, having that pass now adds an extra stat tracking thing that tells you, since you've had that pass, how many kills you've done, how much, it's like an extra level of stats, as well as it lets you get new skins that you can only get right now while having that pass. And I'm guessing once the maps get pushed on January 20th, everybody can get those skins.
Are you going to buy this?
I'm going to buy this. It's $6. It's $6 for the pass. You get 8 maps that actually look pretty cool.
For a map pack, even if that's what it is.
Yeah, $6 for a map pack
Really not
with
bad at
added
all.
extra stuff and like stat tracking
Also,
and craziness.
8 maps, the Xbox standard is like 10 for 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Or fucking Call of Duty, was it $20 for 3 maps and a zombie map?
Yep.
That's poop.
It's 4 in a zombie.
Is it 4 in a zombie map?
He's 400 zombie.
I keep getting
five.
emails. I keep getting emails from like my
Because
Call of
they
Duty
all say
Elite.
5 new maps, but one of them's a zombie.
Oh yeah, but I keep getting Call of Duty Elite emails like, "Hey, did you download that new DLC?
did you
double
buy the
XP?"
season pass?
Yeah,
So
but it's like, "Hey, did you download that new map? You should probably go do that because there's double XP this weekend." I'm like, "Oh right, I think I bought. I didn't download the one before this either. Shit. Okay, well I'm gonna fucking do that. Anyway, we'll see.
Black Ops 2 is pretty good.
Black Ops 2 is pretty good. I like it. So apparently, even if you don't have a pass, you can still get a cash drop for Bravo guns. However, the guns can require a key, which would be $250. Probably more expensive.
If you have a Bravo Pass, you get to open crates.
Yeah, and on the final news note, which is kind of sad, I'm going to butcher this name, but Hiroshi Yamauchi has passed away today at 85. And he was the dude who pretty much started Nintendo, apparently as it is now, switched from the Hanafune cards
Yep.
to the actually making Nintendo a
Powerhouse.
gaming craziness that started off how a lot of things are now, I guess.
What is it? He's Nintendo's 3rd president, and he was the one before Satoru Iwata, who's the
Yeah.
president right now.
Yeah.
So
And it's kind of crazy. Insane. As if so much of what things are now wouldn't have existed if he would have if Nintendo wouldn't have re-sparked all the craziness of gaming back then.
Yep.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. And that's it for news. Moving on to releases.
Sure.
All right. This week in releases, we've got ourselves something that is not this week, sorry, next week. We have Scribblenauts Unmasked, which is that Scribblenauts DC Comics crazy thing.
Oh yeah. Why'd you skip that first one?
I didn't read it. It was weird. I don't know. I saw
Armored
one section
Core
once.
Verdict.
5.
Armored Core
Verdict
5?
Day
Verdict Day.
for the PS3 and
Armored Core
360. Yeah.
Armored Core V.
For those of you who are into this soccer or football, FIFA 14 is coming out for the Xbox 360, PS3, and PC next week. We have Alien Rage, which is an indie game for the PC, apparently also coming out for the PSN and Xbox Live Marketplace. Looks really weird, kind of just looks like a wave-based shooter crazy thing. Looks kind of neat. Apparently a DS game for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Is that even a movie? Is that
Yep.
2 came out? Wow.
Yep.
Really?
Comes out in 2 or 3 weeks.
Damn, maybe next week.
Cloud of the Chance Meatballs was all right.
I like the original, yeah. We have
Not the game, the movie.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Not the Pro Evolution Soccer 2014 is coming out next
Same
week as
day
well.
as FIFA.
FIFA, ooh. As well as
Shadow Warrior.
I can't read it. I can't. Hakioki Memories of the Shinsugumi for the 3DS. Pac-Man
for-
Championship DX Edition for
DX Plus.
DX Plus Edition for the PC. It's coming out.
I've heard it's new music and stages and things.
Ooh.
Only for PC?
Yeah.
I'll have to buy it.
Shadow Warrior is also coming out next week, which is a game I really
love that game, but I don't turn on my Xbox enough to play it.
But yeah, Shadow Warrior is a game that I really, really, really want to get for the PC. However, it being $39, but with coupons and stuff, I can bring down to $30. $30 still seems like a lot for Shadow Warrior, but apparently it's fucking really crazy. So,
There's a giant bomb on Professional Fridays. You should check that out.
with that,
Yeah.
did they seem happy about it?
Yes.
Okay.
Go watch it. You'll see what I mean. It's a good demo of the game too.
Okay. And that's it. We have Deadfall Adventures for PC and Rise of Venice, which seem like 2 really random games that I've never heard of. So maybe if you've heard of them, you're excited.
Before you close this tab, I bet you can click on the Shadow Warrior and find the video related to it. Anyways,
Perfect. And that's it for that. Moving on to comments from the YouTube stuff. If you guys have any questions that you haven't yet asked in the chat, go for it.
had answered.
Or had
Feel free to ask me anything about magic. I might not be able to answer it, but
He probably can.
Yeah.
Probably can.
Moving on to the comments, we have
well, I'm no Star Wars level expert on magic. I
uh
just like to play it.
moving on to the comments, we have Andrews Davidson who says, "Great podcast, a good podcast, guys. Sorry, not great. Here's a simple but more personal question for you guys. What did you want to be when you were young, and how have you changed that view today?" I feel like we've answered this before, but
I wanted to be like my dad, engineer. I don't
For-
even know what engineers fucking do.
okay, that's cool. Devin?
Kind of the same thing. I wanted to do what my dad did until I got older and then realized how stressful my dad's job is and kind of went, no. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do, be an electrical engineer.
If I had to ask, how has that changed today? Well, how have you changed that view today? Clearly,
I grew up,
I kind
found
of
out what things are, realized I'm a giant fucking nerd.
yeah, I kind of moved into IT.
I'm in a nerdy profession,
Yep.
surrounded by other nerds. It's great, really.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I wanted to be a train conductor, and then I wanted to be a masseuse. That was the fucking
You know what?
weirdest shit in the world.
I see it.
What did you want to
A
be?
lot of stuff makes sense now.
What did you want to be?
A train conductor, and then a masseuse. And then
Didn't a lot of stuff just make sense there, Devin?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Your hands are pre-lubed
Moistened.
up.
anyway, yeah, no, there's that, and then that's obviously changed because now it's more like IT side, or if possible, a cool thing in some sort of like this video editing, recording, crazy entertainment side would be fan freaking
pretty cool.
tastic. So there's that. And his other part of the question is also, what would you say you have sacrificed to get to this point in your life? In general, in this specific moment, what would, etc. you choose? What would you say you have sacrificed in this point in your life?
A lot of free time.
Yeah, I guess a lot of
Yeah.
free time. Also, a lot of ties to a lot of people that I've grown up with, either from like high school and stuff, just because
Yeah,
I went and other.
Partially also because of the free time part. Yeah.
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 But also just because like not conflicting interests of just like
yeah, or people falling off.
Yeah, we
and
don't
just,
do the same stuff anymore. So
Yeah, just kind of
Yeah.
lost connection with a bunch of people.
so maybe that.
seems weird that happens in the age of like Facebook and.
But
Twitter
like
and
at the
stuff.
same time, like it just feels so fucking impersonal to like, hey, how you doing? Like on Facebook. I know there are some friends that even thinking about it right now, I would like to go message and kind of reconnect with them. But then there are others that I'm like, there's a fucking reason why I stopped talking to you.
There's one person that I went to high school with
Yeah.
and hung out with a bit that kind of first year out of high school, and I haven't talked to her in a while, but I talk to her pretty much exclusively on Twitter now. But we're actually still good.
Oh.
But it's just kind of weird because she lives in the city. It's not like she moved away.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not like I'm bad with some of the people I've fallen out with. It's
Just
just
don't talk to them.
they've moved out of province, or like I've had recently two of my close friends one has moved to South Korea and one has moved to Vancouver. So
She's playing StarCraft.
Damn. Oh damn.
no, it's a
Oh, damn.
teacher.
Oh.
But so it's like it's just
She's gonna
shit's
watch
moving
StarCraft
on. Actually, I've had 3 of my close friends move away. Two to Vancouver, one to South Korea. So it's just kind of sucks. But I'm doing my
Did the
best.
two move to Vancouver together?
No.
What I
married.
find crazy from just what we're talking about is that it's cool. It's crazy because like when you're going through high school and stuff, you feel like the people you know, like shit matters so much for everything you're dealing with them. But like the second you're done with high school, you have like the
You have that.
It is like
separate
your
where it's
choice.
just like,
wait, I don't have to deal with that shit. I
Fucking-
can meet cooler people, or
Yeah.
whatever you go
it
do.
like after high school? Did you guys have a significant drop off rate of like, now I talk to these like 6 people?
yeah,
Yep.
and then that
There was
dropped
like
off.
I
to
talked to like 3.
Yeah.
I talked to one person from high school now, or two people from high school.
I talked to 3.5 because of Twitter person.
Fair enough.
Actually, no,
I'm
Dustin
happy.
was technically one of them, so that's somebody I still have.
I'm happy with the group
I'm
of friends I have
work,
now.
So
Yeah,
I am happy with the group of friends I have now.
it's pretty crazy. For those of you going through high school right now, it's shitty.
It gets better.
It's
It
awesome.
really does.
Just keep trucking.
Yeah, keep your head down, keep going. It gets
Just
better.
Plot your
City.
your
God, you're fucking killing me.
your
what are you
split-
trying to
Course.
say?
You're leaving away
Your
from your group of
course.
friends when you're done. Just be like, I'm going to be with you guys for now. but
It is
I'm
normal
out."
to lose connection with people.
It's
leaving
not. It's
this-
not the end of the world.
Yeah.
If it's one thing I've learned, it is not the end of the world. There are other people out there who share the same interests that you do.
Man.
Man.
But anyways, so Andrews also says, also Devin, if Riccio didn't send you the message I sent him, I forgot to. The song that's from that Snoop Lion advert is called "Here Comes the King," and it was the first song he made after changing his name.
Dude, have you seen that fucking video, that commercial yet?
Him reading that comment just reminded me that it existed. And that you
fucking-
told me about it.
It came on last night at like 1 a.m, and I sat up in bed like from a
This is it.
from like a partial sleep to like sat up, grabbed my phone, flicked the camera on, and was like, "Nah, it's way too late for me to text this out." And just went back to sleep. So next time it comes on, you guys are getting a fucking gif of that.
Well, I mean, that way too late thing has never stopped any of us before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really true.
Because even if it's way too late, we just won't see it till the morning.
Just
Yeah, it's fine.
I love having it be like 2 a.m. and then just have Kumar go like, I beat Spelunky. It's like, glad that woke me up.
It's definitely like because the way that I like put my
and like the 8 pictures he sent with it and like explaining them, and I woke up to that, I was like, what the fuck?
Just in my bed like, give a fucker. And then waking up and be like, oh shit, he did it.
The best thing is the way mine is I've got my kind of like cable comes around the back and it like they hide in the pillows that I have.
Yeah.
So what'll happen is like I'll get like a text from one of you guys and it'll vibrate my pillow, and then I'll have to dig to where it is. So it's like I'm moving all these pillows out of the way, like pull it out. It didn't even fucking matter. The pillows go back and it gets jammed in the back behind all the pillows again.
Mine's sitting on like a, because it's my alarm clock as well. So it's sitting on like a cushy ottoman thing. You know the black one I have in my room. And so I will pick it up. I will like lean over, tilt it up, like hit the button, and look at the text and just be like, just drop it.
Yeah,
But
It's not worth unlocking my phone right
yeah,
now. Read
yeah.
this.
There's definitely
There's
or
a
like,
dot on this text. I'm not
fuck
fucking
that
reading
shit.
it right now.
The dot could have been like, you won $1 million. Fuck it.
so next on these comments, we have Sweet22. Who's
For long-time listeners wondering, Sweet 22 and Andreas Davidson are the same person.
maybe.
Oh, maybe. What the fuck?
Says, hey guys, intriguing podcast. I was wondering your opinion on the current state of indie games, that is, how they have exploded within the PC market, started existing in rows from within consoles, how they're being created, Kickstarters, prepaid betas, set up alphas, Steam Greenlight, and what is the best indie game you've played this year ever? Your choice. What you remember.
Oh, fuck.
Guacamelee.
I guess that technically is. It's crazy because it's hard to differentiate what's a
Rios.
indie game because you kind of
Some
think.
of them are getting so high quality now.
But
It's the other
not,
thing.
not only that, but like you think like indie game before was like, oh man, I gotta go get it on disc or it's not even on Steam, and now it's just like, yo, PlayStation Store advertising them as like, yo, you better buy this today. It's our week of like crazy indie shit. It's kind of crazy.
Guacamelee.
Yeah.
Honestly, it'd probably be Rios for me. I got real into that.
Oh, yeah.
For like 2 weeks. That was real good.
Oh yeah, that's what I played. That's another one. Goddess. I fucking played Goddess.
Oh, yeah, how
Shit's
was-
crazy.
Yeah.
Lots of clicking.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. I don't know.
You get loot for clicking on things.
Yes, you get cards that you use to get resource cards to make your
That's a joke
civilization
about
cooler.
Diablo. You don't have to
Oh
answer.
no, okay, sorry. I am not a Diablo god. Diablo. I'm a good god. Although okay.
Has that dude changed anything yet? The curiosity winner?
no, not yet. They haven't implemented that yet. Everybody starts in the same place. It's weird now. But what's funny is that everybody has stamina. So let's say you start off, you have shitty like crap 10 houses, and then it moves on, and then you don't have 10 houses. You have like made of like stones and
I
stuff.
don't even know what that game is.
It's like
I
a god
have no
thing.
idea what the
It's
hell you
imagine
described.
like Age of Empires is progressing through the thing, except for without any like weird combat stuff. It's just like anyway. Point is, when your houses are shitty, they have stamina, which is crappy, which means they don't live long. So you're trying to like make people breed. They just go in the house and like, oh, you can click on something, and then like some dude exits the house. There's another dude. If you have shitty houses, people die within like 30 seconds. So you're just like,
God.
they'll pop out and you're like, oh, I made enough land plots for a house to be built there. And then they'll kind of automatically go and just start building a house, and then they'll kind of walk away and just fall over and die. And you're just like, oh fuck.
I'm
you-
a terrible god.
But you can give them
Yes.
stamina by clicking on them, and then they'll survive longer. But it's just funny because like when it starts off, you have like the 6 people come out of the house at the same time, and then they'll build a house, and then you have 6 people just fall over and die, and you're like, what the fuck? It's just weird. It's sometimes weird to watch.
That is weird.
Yep.
But anyways, indie games, man. If you think of like Spelunky and stuff, technically even Binding of Isaac, Devin.
Yeah, that's true.
One
guess.
little word in this makes this text, Devin.
What?
Again. that makes that entire conversation. Anyways,
But
stupid
no.
group chat stuff.
Yeah, indie stuff. I can't think of like indie stuff. There's
Well,
There's
the
too many.
correct answer is Guacamelee.
because like even Amnesia and stuff is indie. Technically, Outlast is indie.
The correct answer
Wow.
is Guacamelee.
It's crazy. I don't know.
That's the
Indie
best
games
indie game
are-
you've played all year.
Indie games are so mainstream now that
You
AAA
can't
titles
differentiate them.
are
I wouldn't say they're mainstream. I think they're just their quality has matched
Okay,
some
fair enough.
mainstream stuff.
yes. All
Right.
right. Indie games, the quality has matched mainstream to the point where indie games quickly become mainstreamified.
Oh my god, somebody's mentioning FTL. You guys.
Well, FTL was last year.
Yeah, but no, it's not. He doesn't think this year. He just means all the time. Like,
fucking FTL.
Oh, I thought he
yeah.
said this year.
I thought it was this year. Yeah.
Oh, he says this year ever or your choice, whatever you remember.
Oh, well, Binding of Isaac, FTL, Reus, Eve.
So many good ones. No.
Self-published.
Yeah.
Eve might have at one point been
Been
indie,
indie,
but I don't
not-
think it is
yeah.
anymore.
It is less than 40,000.
They have economists on staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think
Right.
it's indie anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It is wonderful. Simple as that.
What we will say is indie games have gotten crazy to the state. It's like their state right now is like they're better than
I
some
think it
things that you can play.
occupies a lot of what we play.
Yeah, it really does. I only play.
Like, what's the big AAA stuff? Only in the last couple of weeks have we played big AAA stuff.
Yeah. Everything else has been indie. Well, I played
feel like-
DMC and
Yeah, I feel like I'm not part of that exactly because I just keep buying fucking everything anyway.
yeah,
There's
well,
always like something.
Battlefield 3, indie developer dice.
yeah, Battlefield 3 by Indie Developer Dice. That's my indie game of the year.
Yeah.
I haven't played
That's a dumb joke.
I haven't
That's
played
people that watch
the
Protein Pill.
Star
PS3
Citizen's in
port
there.
yet. I haven't played the PS3 or I haven't played the PC port from PS3 yet though, so we'll see how that goes.
Star Citizen technically is indie. That thing is crazy. That really shows how indie has gone from like, hey, we're making a tiny game to like, holy shit, what have they gotten? Like 17 million now?
Yeah, something insane like that.
That's insane. For yeah. It's
Awesomenauts is an indie game. That's probably
Yeah.
the best one ever
Yeah.
that I've
It's a
played.
pretty good game.
pretty
Their
crazy.
team is like 12 people or something.
fun.
Did you know that?
That's
Yeah,
fucking
it's
crazy.
tiny.
I know because they sent out like a backer thing because I backed Starstorm at like a really high tier. It's like $50. Anyways, I get backer alerts like every day.
Nice.
It's like my Ouya. I had to start sending them my junk thing because it was like, you donated. Here's 5
I
emails
like
a
reading
day.
the Awesomenauts stuff because they keep adding like new exclusive skins and stuff. I'm gonna have a premium Ghost Leon skin.
We're being
I could
told
pick a Cyber Coco, but I don't want Ghost Leon.
we're being told 19.2 million for Star Citizen right now.
Holy shit!
Anyway, indie games are crazy. Sweet too.
Awesomenauts made like 350,000. They just hit the point where they're gonna have
Spectator? Was it Spectator?
Oh, they hit Spectator a long time ago, but there's Spectator and replays were a separate thing.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
wondering if they actually hit replays or not.
Ooh,
I'm
that'd be
gonna
cool.
check.
All right, get that information. We have Das Fish saying, "Lego Yoshi for Smash Bros." Who doesn't like Yoshi? Oh yeah,
Excuse me?
we're mentioning all those characters and just saying like what would be.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. Actually, you know what? Has Yoshi been a character as like an actual playable character for Smash Bros?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
Are you
Yeah?
like
Are you
abs-
going fucking
He was
crazy right now?
I
original.
barely play them, so I don't
fucking original?
like them that much.
You know, you hit B and he goes, "Boop,"
And he
spits
goes,
him out in the neck.
Or you double jump and he goes,
Yeah, I know that sound, but I never knew if he was like a side thing or like a pickup thing. I don't know. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Aegis Davidson says, as a subsequent request, whenever you guys are going to do another marathon, I challenge you to try and say the full surname of Wolf plus 585 Senior.
I have an urgent report from iOS 7 news.
Yeah?
When you split the keyboard on an iPad, it leaves this big gray chunk in the middle. It didn't used to.
ew.
That's Garbo.
Ugh, I'm offended.
What is Wolf plus 585 Senior? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh.
The Awesomenauts Kickstarter made $345,000.
Is it done now?
Yeah, it's done. Finished yesterday.
Adolf, Valine, Charles,
they made
David,
more
Errol,
because they did
Frederick,
PayPal funding through their own
Earl,
website.
Hubert, Irvin,
What is
John,
this name?
Kenneth,
The Wolf
Lloyd.
and... Oh, my God. Okay, we're going to keep that for the
Nero,
marathon. Don't
Oliver.
ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Ow.
Stop.
Ow. Why
There,
do you
look.
hit me?
So you hit me.
That's the entire team that makes Awesomenauts.
Damn, that's like 20 people.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think it's pretty cool.
So yes, we will attempt to do that, Sweet Too. I mean, Andreas, let us know. And,
So they made it to infinite spectator mode, which I'm not sure what that is. So
that means you can just watch one and keep playing the match.
maybe. So they hit their main goal, which is 3 new characters, a new map, and music and stuff. And
Cool.
some new skins and things.
Yeah.
Then they hit the stretch goal for another new map and music. Then a bonus announcer. So I'm already getting, because I backed at a certain tier,
Yeah.
I was getting a Voltar announcer, and now I'm also getting Gnaw.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
They hit custom games. They hit a fourth character
Cool.
and more music for that character. Then they have replays and whatever infinite spectator mode is. So
Sweet.
I'm just gonna scroll down here and find out what that is.
Meanwhile, I'm going to read this last comment. Buns Nation says, "Hey,
The new character they're making is a fox.
Ooh, cool.
What
I'm
does
gonna read
the
it from
fuck
Christian.
say?
Buns Nation, hopefully I'm saying that right. Buns Nation says, "Hey guys, I'm new, but I really like the podcast. I was wondering if you guys are from Ottawa, Ontario. I've heard some reference to things I recognize. If so, I will see you in Centrum for the PS4 release."
Devin's gonna get stabbed.
Yes, indeed, we are from Ottawa, Ontario. And I
Yes,
just hit a button.
and I will be there for the PS4 Central release. So if
Probably
you see
should-
me, I guess say hi. Don't stab me, but I'm sure you won't. So
You sure we won't see you, or you sure we'll get
no, I'm sure you won't stab me
Devin's gonna
because
stab him first.
remember, all I do is watch prison TV shows. I know how to watch my back now and make a shiv out of anything.
Yeah.
You just have this skill that clicked in your mind, just like you can scan a room and make shivs from everything in the room.
You're just wearing glasses. You just instantly throw them down, break half a lens on your fucking lap, and just
Like in somebody's like
jugular
soft
eye.
upper palate.
Yeah. Anyway, we will not
Well,
kill you. Don't worry.
I
It's
wanna-
okay.
I want to read what this infinite spectator mode is.
Go for it.
If we reach this stretch goal, which they did, we will combine the systems for replays and spectating into one glorious system. This allows any number of players to watch a live match and even skip through time, just like with replays. Detailed replays of all your matches are automatically saved, and you can share them online through our own servers. You can browse all the public replays and watch them whenever you want. This makes spectator invites unnecessary, but still possible, and allows for any number of players to spectate a single game at the same time.
Huh, that's
Pretty
really
much
kick-
So
becoming
that sounds
Dota
like
2.
the Dota thing is going to have. It's going to be an awesome nonsense.
cool.
That's really cool.
So what did they not hit? They didn't hit a fifth character and music, a level editor and Steam Workshop integration, a sixth character, a character settings editor, and an AI editor. So I guess the only things that the only thing I'm kind of like the new characters I would have liked, and the level editor might have been pretty cool, but whatever.
Going back to the chat for some comments, we have Bronwyn saying Marathon Challenge, walk to Mexico after hitting $5,000. We also have Bronwyn asking us to do a Monkey's Island Let's Play because it is on sale right now.
Pretty sure we have that game.
I
all
think
of
I
us,
have it,
maybe.
but
I've never played that game.
I also
I think I have every Monkey Island game for some fucking stupid reason.
I don't know how good
like,
It's one of those drunk Steam things.
we'd either have
just
to.
like, hey, that's like $4.
We'd have to do a Let's Play of that stuff like as a team, which is hard to do nowadays. And solo, I feel like something like a point and click adventure would be really tough to keep fun.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say no, but there's a better chance of you seeing me, let's say, live stream something like that, because I play a lot of stuff
Chat
like
help.
that. Yeah, chat help and all that stuff. Plus, I can kind of talk to you guys, and that's way cooler. What else? We have Dan. Have you ever played an Is It deck from the Ravnica set?
My EDH deck is that deck. Niv Mizzet is the general.
Okay.
If that means anything. Although normally I fucking hate blue, so I will not play blue in sealed. It's usually not that powerful. I will not play blue in drafts. I don't like blue.
All right.
Anyways,
We have Bronwyn also asking, what age range is high school for you guys? For us in the UK, it's 11 to 16, with the option to stay on for 2
11.
years for A level.
I think ours is like
13 to 17.
13
Yeah,
to
me
17.
was 13 to 17. It's 17 if ever you have a late birthday, which is after June.
Well, yeah, that's why I said 13 to 17 because
Yeah.
we all played birthdays.
Yeah. What else? We have sources.
I think that's it.
Dan, what is your favorite era of Star Wars? Zyler asks.
What do you mean era? Like
I guess the first ones or the first ones.
I don't like Old Republic era. Prequels.
I guess games and stuff too. Yeah.
Post Battle of Endor is probably the best era.
No idea.
I like
That's the extended universe with like Thrawn and stuff. That stuff's great.
I like the part of Star Wars when Trevor throws the bomb off the bridge. Anyway,
Did you guys retain any of that Star Wars knowledge I dropped on you guys when we were watching the movie?
you said strings or something.
Yeah, I retained some of it.
I tried.
We still haven't watched prequels.
Bronwyn,
We're giving Riccio a realistic wait time. On
Yeah.
this.
Bronwyn replies to you. Counterspell for the win. He loves blue.
Counterspell
is a really old card that has not been reprinted in years. Cancel is the new standard.
Sally replies to your other comment. Really, I like the Old Republic era. Legacy is cool too. I like when it's more mysterious.
There's certain Old Republic stuff that is all right, like the Darth Bane series. That's like really Old Republic though. That's like pre-Old Republic. But anyways,
That's New Republic.
no, it's not.
Or that's Old New Republic.
No, that is like
That's New Old Republic.
pre-Old Republic.
So it's pre-New Old New Republic.
No,
Is that
pre-Old Republic.
is that before or after Trevor?
Way before.
Before the bum gets thrown off.
No, the bum part's in the next generation.
Just Luke Skywalker throwing a bum off
Anyway,
the Death Star.
yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for the comments in the chat. You guys have been fantastic tonight. Those of you on the live stream, you guys have been fantastic tonight. Those of you watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave some comments below for us to answer your questions.
Especially if
comments.
any of you play Magic 2014 on any platforms, because I play this game a lot now, and I will buy it on other platforms if I have people to play with, because I have no one to play with on the iPad. So, yep.
And if you guys are watching the audio version, check out the YouTube version, because obviously this video and this podcast seems to be way more video centric now. As well as check out other videos. We have like Let's Plays coming out. I want to make I didn't make a weekly video this week because it was too late, and I was like, it seems really dumb. I'll just make one this Sunday for next week. But Outlast is still going out. Amnesia is not going to go out yet. Gone Home is going to be finished probably this week. Is going to be done recording by the end of the weekend. So those parts will go out. I'm probably going to finish System Shock 2, I think, before I do XCOM or something, because I feel that would be two weird split ones, and I don't know. People are wondering where System Shock is.
Home is the exception just because.
Yeah, this is quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also, if I'm going to say it also in the next weekly, but if, let's say, for example, XCOM feels really dated now, because I've taken like 2 weeks to fucking choose to record these things, let me know if you guys have any suggestions for anything else that suddenly maybe catches on, or ridiculous stuff. Oh, I played Volgar the fucking Viking. That shit was crazy. Anyways, that's it.
I don't even know what that is.
People let's play the shit out of that.
Yeah,
Apparently,
Riccio was like, buy it. And I was like, no.
It's so fucking good.
You've never even mentioned that to me before.
I
don't
know.
what
I
it
forgot
is.
about it. Fuck,
I don't know what it is.
So thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
I've been Sompy.
I've been Riccio.
I'm still Dan. My name is not relative to the timeline of this.
Thank you
podcast.
guys for tuning in.
And Kumar's missing. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Richard's blowing his nose.
Big Jukes.